What is up, people? How are we all doing on this fine Friday? Hope we're all doing good. I'm doing good. My brain is a little bit frazzled. I've got a lot of stuff just whizzing through my mind at the moment. So if moments drop and I start rambling on about random gibberish, I am sorry. But how is people doing on this fine Friday? I'm doing good. I'm vibing. I'm relaxing. I'm Will Smithing, as some of the cool kids nowadays would say. Huh. But anyways, like I said, I hope everyone's doing good. Let's sit back, play some Doki Doki. Hopefully Siri doesn't hang herself in our house. I've basically been sat here listening to this music for the last like 45 minutes. I've just been sat here taunting myself, and it's starting to feel eerie. Hey Nick, if I've arrived from the instant gaming link, do you get some of the money right? Yes, it is cheaper, and I do get a little percentage right. I think I get 5%, and it costs you nothing. Hey Amy, how are you? Hope you're doing good. I don't remember where we left off last week, so let's hit history real quick. So we're having a chat with Sayori about the fact I joined the club. Probably. But yeah, you do, Zach. Anyway, let's get to going, shall we? Hey Nick, how are you? Hope you're doing good. I will buy now. Hey, that's fine, Zach, my dude. I'm glad you feel included in the club. That's exactly what we want the club to be. Welcoming. So fucking tired. Honestly, Amy, I relate to that. I relate to that a lot. I got up at like 9 AM today, and I went to bed yesterday at like 5. I relate. Hey, Drez, how are you? I hope you're doing good. I'm gonna make sure you're never lonely again. Gotta put a smile on your face, you hear me? Can't have you being sad. Starting with this. Reaches towards me and starts tickling me, her hands ghosting over my neck and chest. I recall instinctively laughing like a small child. Hey, stop that. You stop that. Stop that right now, little bitch. I'm ticklish. Hey, mister, how are you? Hope you're doing good. My laughter must be a catalyst for her tickling. Because as she hears it, she doubles her efforts, a childlike grin on her face. I slept for 15 hours and very tired. Yeah, but Amy, you're basically sleeping for 2 people. So, like, where the average is like 6 to 8 hours, you have to sleep for like twice as long to equate for, like, small child sleep. Hey, Azrael, how are you? Virginia is cool. You know what? The coolest. And hey, Issa, how you doing? You could say, Issa, Dr. Phil in your profile. I swear, they get better over time. They'll grow on you. I swear. You could say, it's a promise. I'm going to stop talking and go back to reading. I'm squirming and howling from laughter, almost running out of breath. Good joke. Please, mate, listen, right? I've been told I'm not allowed. It's a problem. I swear I'm here all week. Please, Harry. True, Nikki. Well, it might not be, Amy, but, like, do you have scientific evidence to say it's not? Because if no, just take the extra hours of sleep. Listen, I sadly, I can't keep making these jokes, because if Bartek does join, I will have my neck snapped. Well, I mean, especially after last night where we stayed up till 3 AM playing Divinity Original Sin 2. And mainly he wanted to snap my neck because I didn't know what I was doing, and he wanted to snap Ikea's neck because we couldn't heal him. So, I feel like these jokes at the moment are not the most welcome ones in his books. But hey, you know, it's a different kind of joke that he's just not used to. I swear, I'm here all week. I think child just sucking your energy. Well, that's what children do, you know? Well, before they're born, they just suck the energy. After they're born, they just suck the money. Like, sorted, dude. I swear, I actually love the Issa jokes. Like, if you ask Bartek, he will just tell you that those are kind of, like, the only jokes I make, and he hates it. Like, he absolutely fucking despises them. I sleep till 4 every night and wake up at 11, so my sleep schedule is fuck. Yeah, don't worry, Azrael. I start an 8 AM start job on Monday. At the moment, I'm going to bed around 4 to 6. So I will either go to my first day at work with no sleep, or an hour and a half of sleep. It will be fine, I swear. That Monday morning will be fine. Probably. After they're born, they suck your energy, but it's, like, optional. I mean, no. I would still... Well, I mean, I guess for the first few years, it suck energy still. And then after a while, it's just kind of sucked the money. And now I can't get it because when I go to purchase it, doesn't say Germany for the country. Ah, damn it, dude, that sucks. I know I cheated. I probably shouldn't say what I did the other day, but I make a massive cup of straight caffeine. See, I'm not allowed to drink caffeine anymore. Well, I am, just not in high quantities or high concentrations because it's a serious problem. Your first Doki Doki stream was on the 8th stream? Yes. Yes. You guessed right. I do indeed, Amy, right? But let me tell you something. Like, hopefully, after like 2 months of working, I will have an entirely new PC. Because I've looked at all the parts and I only need like 3 grand. So that's explaining how much I'm getting paid. Like, I should have an entirely new PC basically by the 2nd month of work. And I can't wait to have it because then I can do like better quality streams and I can actually buy artwork for projects and stuff. Only, I mean, yeah, but considering how much some other people get paid, only 2 months is like half as long as someone who gets paid less than me would. Only 3 grand. Yeah, it's only 3 grand. I mean, my current PC cost me like 1.3. Like, it's only 1.3. Like, it's not bad. Like, 3 grand's not that much. Apparently, if it's like 6 and you just want to stay up because if you sleep, then you'll just be more tired. Yeah, I heard about that. I know there's like I've done night work before as well, and it's after a certain threshold your body can manipulate its like thinking to just stay awake. I love how so far we've read like 4 lines of dialogue. But yeah, you can manipulate your brain to just stay awake. So like that would be sick. And yeah, like my new computer is only 3 grand. I haven't got a case for it. That's the only part I haven't looked into yet. I've got the motherboard. I'm getting myself a 2060 RTX, a 9th gen i7, a 2 or 3 terabyte hard drive. I need to buy some red spray paint. Red cable ties, we've got them coming. A chunky motherfucking heatsink. No, I'm getting water cooled actually. I'm gonna run red coloured heatsink. Or water cooler. I don't use that much depending on PC. Yeah, I know, that's why I'm leaving the case till last, because then I can look at like the size of everything and then buy the case around that, rather than buy a case and build around the case. That's how I'm looking at it at the moment. If I build the case around the parts, then it should theoretically turn out better. Should. By the way, should. I feel like that would be a banging stream as well if I can get all the parts, like just building my new PC. Like building the next streaming one. Have a cardboard case? No. Although, I would love to mount it to the base of my desk. I just know that that is really unsafe. Because if it does overheat, it will, like, aggressively heat the wood. Because I don't have a metal desk. If I had a metal desk, it might be better. But I have a wooden desk because I'm quite a... I like wooden desks. They just look and feel better. So, I sadly can't just mount my entire system to my desk. Although if I could, I would. Let me tell you, I would mount an entire system to the desk. And would it be dangerous? Yes, more than likely. Would it be amazing looking? Yes, more than likely. And what would... Yeah, that's my only problem. Like, I don't want to fuck up my desk. Because, like, this desk I brought 2 years ago. And I remember the day because it was my birthday. And Bartek was like, hey, I'm going to give you money for your desk. And I almost flipped my shit. Because, like, my man basically brought me a desk for my birthday. And I was so fucking gassed. And I loved him for it. This isn't on topic of PCs. But yes, I found out Black Ops 2 and PS3. And played it. Honestly, my dude, that's fair. I've never played Black Ops 2. Weirdly enough. I've played Black Ops 1. Modern Warfare 2. Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 1. I've played World at War. But I've never really played anything after Modern Warfare 3. So I owned a copy of Black Ops 2. I've never played it. I've never touched Black Ops 2. And I would actually really like to. But I feel like there's no one playing online. Going on the bottom of the PC and keep it cool. Yeah, probably. But I feel like what I want to do is a custom built desk if I mount like a PC to my desk. I feel like that's a later in life kind of dream. Right now it's just get slushy and splody head up. Because then I can have 2 PCs and I can actually do cool things. And I can get like multiple camera angles. I probably won't do that because that's too much effort. But hey, like I can look into like different streamy things and I can get like proper artwork done and shit like that. I'm excited to just up the quality finally. And I should be able to have like 2 better monitors. You play online with people. Hey, wait, is online still in Black Ops 2? Mad. We might have to do that. I might. You know what? You know what I'd love to do. I'd love to buy a PS3 with a copy of Modern Warfare 2, and play online Modern Warfare 2 with my chat. Could you imagine the scenes? I haven't touched that game in like 8 years. I would love to see if I could still play Modern Warfare 2 on PS3. Hey Jack, how are you? Sorry, I've just gone on a complete tangent. Like, I would love to keep playing Doki Doki, but my brain's just distanced. Like, I've left. But yeah, I'd love to do something cool like that. See, now I can. With the job, I can actually do cool, like, I can plan things like that. Because I can actually afford to do things like that. And I can actually go on holiday to places as well. So I could get myself a proper camera, which I am looking into doing. I already have the price list set up. I just need someone's help me set it up. And I know exactly who can help me set up a camera. Because I know a guy who's into photography. So I'm just like, hey, Kieran, fix it. And he'll come and do it for me. So, really, all that's happening is, I'm just going to upgrade. PC, camera, and holiday. Like, listen, right? I'm gassed that I can do this. Ah! Yeah! Pokemon Sword expansion, or Shield expansion pass. Yeah! Someone brought it, dude. We got an instant gaming user. Fuck yeah, I'm guessing that was Zach. I did that, I thought so. But yeah, I can't wait to actually upgrade everything and make everything feel better. Because then I can do a proper setup tour and room tour. And you guys can see the absolute shambles that I sit in when I stream. And just the absolute disgrace that is under my desk with 2 Shreddies boxes. Ignore my Shreddy addiction, okay? But like, I'd actually like to do something cool like that. But at the moment, my setup's not the greatest. So I don't want to show it off. And I don't have a camera to really do that. Anyway, we need to actually play Doki Doki. Because it's been like 15 minutes, we've done shit all. But we can keep talking about computers, because I will always stop and have a chat about computers. But I can't, I genuinely am so excited to build an entirely new PC and like share the building process with people. Because I feel like people will like it. Anyway, Siri, please, I can't breathe. Just give me a second. She pauses, give me a chance to catch my breath. Good, she's fallen for my decoy. I dart forward, pulling her arms away from me and driving her towards the bed, pinning her beneath me. It's time to enact some revenge. No! Tricked me! I'm trying to find the first stream and what I know it was one of the bendy streams. It could have been, the one that it could have been, Nick, was the 5-part bendy stream. Hey Natasha, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, it could have been the 5-part bendy stream where we did all 5 bendy chapters in one go. Because I feel like I remember you being there for that. But it could also be Chapter 5. Because I know Chapter 5 popped. Mwahaha! Poor little Sayuri. Heckin' bamboozled by the mastermind. Could you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little bit tired and a little bit, like, stuffy. Like, my sinuses are still fucked. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Please, have mercy. Tomorrow is the parents' wedding. Your parents' wedding? Because if it's your parents' wedding, that's sick. Like, congrats to your parents, my dude. That's actually really sweet. And I hope they have a great wedding. What was that? Sorry, I didn't catch that. You have to speak up. Oh, God. I didn't sign up for this. Except like from type. Oh, then it could have been... It could have been the 3rd bendy chapter that we did? I don't know. I know you were definitely there for, if you say you were there for a bendy thing, you were definitely there for the 5-part bendy, like all in one go. Priorities with a code not currently available. That's pretty weird. Virginity is cool. Virginity is cool. We do not touch this. This is not, I did not provoke this. Woman provoked this. I playfully feign deafness as I carry on tickling her. Her laughter is like music to my ears. She's squirming under my fingertips, crying with mirth. To see such a big smile on her face, even if it's kind of involuntarily, is such a nice sight. I swear, boys, I didn't provoke this. Her laugh has such an innocent, joyful ring to it. Hearing it transports me back 10 years back, when we had the carefree level of innocence only childhood could have. It's the sex. It's no sex. Sex is not here. We are proud to be virgin. Please, seriously, I can't breathe. She does sound quite short of breath. I've been taking her for a while. I think I've had my revenge. Sex in video game. Frick, frack, and the hick hack. No. It's only when I stopped taking her that I realized the situation we're in. Sitting on top of her, pinning her down with my legs. One of my hands rests where her neck meets my her shoulder. And the other one is wrapped around her wrist. As laughter from both sides, a new atmosphere takes its place. It's not extremely awkward, but it's unusual. Neither of us know how to react. Virgin pride. Hashtag virgin moves. I mean, serious gaze and find something in her eye. What exactly is it? I wish I could read that expression, but the novelty of this situation makes me so unsure. Bye, Natasha. Best of luck, and congrats on your parents' wedding tomorrow, my dude. I don't know. To anyone looking in, this probably wouldn't look as innocent as we think it would. It's all okay as long as she consents. This is true. I hasten to climb off her, and she responds by sitting up on the bed. The complete complete goodie bags, all but forgotten. Ain't no problem, my dude. It's fine. Getting one of those. No, as long as nothing weird happens, we're fine. Sorry, no, it's okay. She runs quite quickly. It isn't just me who sensed something in the atmosphere. Innocent tickling. It's just friendly banter, dude. It's friendly banter. It stops being friendly banter when you both get naked. That's the only time it stops. So, until they are both naked, or at least in the underwear, everything is fine. The atmosphere is becoming more and more awkward by the moment. What exactly happened? Anyways, I'm glad we managed to get the goodie bags finished. They call him the Virgin Taker. Or Virginity Taker. They call him the Virgin Reaper. If you say no hetero, it doesn't count. Ah, yes, because as long as you say it's not straight, then it has to be gay sex. And gay sex isn't real sex, as we all know. I'm joking, by the way. You know, you can love someone however you want. There's nothing that... I feel like I just need to stop, because the more I talk, the worse it gets. You know? Okay. Please do a full-on British man for a little bit. See, Nick, the problem is you say full-on British man, but I don't know what that means, because I just hear myself as being a British man, and I don't know how I'm meant to sound British when to me I sound British. It's like if I say to IKEA, talk like a proper Swede, he just puts on an aggressive accent, but doesn't say anything different. It's like, it's weird. I don't know how to be British. Like, am I meant to pip pip cheerio crumpet you or something? Because we don't do that. Sadly enough, no one is a posh enough faggot, at least where I live, to do that. Oh yeah, me too. They were a lot of fun to make. I just hope the other students like them. God, I'm struggling through. You wouldn't believe I blew my nose just before this. Imitate the Queen. She just sits quietly in her room. I know this because she was on the news the other day, and she just sat quietly in a chair with her hands nicely crossed on her lap, and she just sat there quietly staring at the news reporters like, why the fuck am I here? I don't know if anyone else who's British saw that thing on BBC One, but that was great. All I know is that my friend is that some of you say British. I find that cool. Oh yeah, so in Britain we commonly drop T's. So you say you have a water bottle. You know, you're British. You're not British, you're British. You know, in it. You don't say isn't it, you say in it. Did Instant Gaming scam me? Shouldn't have done. As long as you put the code into your Switch, it should be fine. It should work, because it's worked for everyone else that has brought stuff off there. I don't know what to tell you. Unless you brought an American copy, which shouldn't be a thing. But I don't know. But yeah, we commonly drop T's in England. You know, there's Luton Airport. There's not Luton Airport, there's Luton. And you go to Brighton. You don't go to Brighton, you go to Brighton. Where you're from in England, you go from isn't it man to in it fam. Fucking in it fam! I'll fucking have you, mate. Fucking 1v1 me, cunt. You also drop H's. Ah, yeah, you're right. Just found out a woman quit her job to earn 6 figures a month pretending to be a duck. What? What? Amy, what? What? Are you on those weird anime sites? Hey, Sayori, how are you? It's been a while. I hope you're doing good. I live next to Hastings. Actually, Ings. No, it's Astings. It's Asings? It's Asings, isn't it? I don't know. I make 6 figures. What the fuck? How do you make 6 figures from pretending to be a dog? 6 figures, I was only 4. Why is that song actually a bop and very underrated? Why is Six Figures actually a good song and I feel like people don't talk about it? Hold up. I got at. I was just roadie. OnlyFans seems like a good career path. So you're telling me this woman pretends to be a dog on OnlyFans and she gets hella fucking bank? Goddamn women. It's the new skull. No, it's not. She's not dead. Pizza, you just missed the sex. You just missed the virginity virginity is gone moment. You've missed it. You fucked it, Pizza. You fucked it. She's in a horse girl. I feel like horse girl would be better because, like, weirdly enough, it wasn't actually Pizza. Like, this isn't a fact, but I know there are people who are into girls who own horses, right? I don't know how true that is. I just know that someone's told me that before. I feel like it's got to be a thing certain people are into. So, in reality, I feel like someone pretending to be a horse might make more money. You like when you think about it. Because, like, when you think about dogs compared to horses, horses are like the elegant animal. Whereas dogs are like, at least to me, dogs that little scruff thing that you piss about with and they chase their tail and they shit themselves. Just Google. Oh, I know pony play's a thing. But, like, I'm just wondering if, like, what did Blizzard do? I love people who say yes when I ask them out. So, no one? Sorry, Nick, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop talking. So, basically, Amy, he brought, no, but, like, when you think about, like, I wouldn't say cats because cats are pricks. Like, cats are great animals. I'm not saying cats are bad animals, but cats are also pricks. Like, cats can turn on you in an instant. Like, if a cat doesn't want to be near you, it won't. But horses are like humans when they have that need of, like, wanting to have attention. Like, they have the same sort of feel. They're like dolphins. They have the same emotion palette as a dolphin, and dolphins have roughly the same emotion palette as a human. Whereas cats are, like, cats don't realize that them just fucking off upsets you. Horses will realize if they turn away and upset you, like, they'll turn around and, like, come back up to you to, like, apologize kind of deal. Like, horses are quite emotive animals. Whereas cats are like, hey, fuck you, I'm leaving. So I feel like, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just going on a rant about horses at this point. Does anyone remember the horse meat scandal? That's kind of fun. That was quite memes, I'll be honest. You know, when the entirety, I mean, people probably won't remember if you're not English, but there was, like, 6 months at one point in England where all frozen meat products in, like, Asda's and shit were basically all decommissioned because there was, like, one of them had a trace of horse meat. So, like, all meat products got taken back to the factory to check if they had horse in it. But, you know, we're not allowed to eat horse in England, but in France they treat it as a delicacy. But I think it's, again, just where, like, how we've grown up with them. Like, horses are treated as good animals. Whereas, like, in France, they're good animals, but they can also eat them. Hey, Natsuki, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, Asda and Tesco's were a bit fucked then. Horses show tons of emotion. What do you mean? Like, horses' ears can depict their emotions. Like, in theory, horses are, like, more emotive than humans sometimes. Natsuko? I'm very confused. I am very confused. Ah, so you said hello Natsuko, then tried to autocorrect her Natsuko. Ah, yes. I feel like I definitely should continue with the game, but we're definitely having more fun just chatting shit. I want to get a horse. I promised one of my friends that I was going to buy them a horse one day, and I'm still going to stick to that. Sure, it might be completely random that I just rock up and be like, here's a horse. But I will do it. How expensive is a horse? Let me have a look. Hold on. I was joking. My name. No, I'm pretty sure autocorrect just corrected to an O. Horse for sale. Horses and ponies for sale. Yo! Okay, wait. So, after 2 months of working, I could buy a horse. After 2 months of working, I could buy a horse. I could buy a show jumping horse. I could buy a normal just show horse. I could buy a cart riding horse. I could buy a breeding horse. Oh, I could buy a horse. I could buy a horse after 1 month of working. Yo. I've got an idea. I've got big brain plans, right? So what I'm going to do is... So, first things first, right? I need to get myself a new phone, then computer. After that, I just save. And I'm like, hey, Clara, do you want to buy a horse? Do you want to buy a horse? She goes, what the fuck? Just want to buy a horse. This is how much of a good friend I am. I'm just going to buy her a horse. I'm a very normal human being, I swear. I always stick to my promises, which is commonly very bad and it can take a good few years. But I will buy Clara this horse. And I also need to buy a pug. The pug can wait. The horse is the more expensive one of the two at the moment. How expensive is a pug? Hold on. Pug for sale. How expensive is a pug? Pug. Okay. I could buy a pug off of Gumtree. $2 grand for a pug. I'm sorry, what are you doing here? Oh, God, no. Doing a lot of surgery in the future. Yeah, I know. That's the only problem I'm worried about. Buy a Shiba or a, Saiyan. See, the only problem is, Nick, I agreed to a pug because she wanted a pug in a pig costume. Don't ask me. I don't get to choose dog for her. I can buy my own dog at some point. If I want to buy a Shiba in the future, I can. But at the moment, right... I've got to get the pug. So I could buy a pug after about 2 months of working. Maybe the pug is better. And maybe the pug, like I start small and go from pug to horse. You know, I work my way up. No. So basically, me and Clara have this great idea, right? So we're gonna both just when we grow up, right? We're both gonna have separate apartments. We're gonna buy a pug, and it's gonna wear a constant pig outfit. I don't know why the pig costume got involved, or how, but it was the deal we made, and we would share the pug. So, like, in my brain, I'm sticking to it. Like, I'm gonna buy a pug, I will put it in a pig costume, and I'm gonna just, like, deliver it to her house, and just leave. Like, could you imagine the scenes? I rock up to a house with a cardboard box. I leave it at the front door and just run. Like, and inside, she opens the box. There's just a pug sat there, just shitting itself. Anyway, we should probably actually continue with the game and stop getting caught on these random things. Okay. Okay, see, this is the problem. I can jump between topics so quickly. Fucking hell. I do want to get a dog eventually at some point in my life, like when I can move out, because I love dog. Dog is just adorable. My dog doesn't really do a whole lot at the moment. My dog's getting old. Like he's like 12. Hold on. Okay, so. Right, so hear me out. What drugs do you want to... I don't know. So I've never normally been good with little dogs, right? Little dogs don't like me. My dog is the first little dog I've ever owned that has liked me, right? So, like the lifespan of my dog is 13 to 16 years. So he's got at least another 2 years. So, hopefully... he'll live to be 14. He's still got at least a year in him. And from the looks of him, he's got like another 4. So he might be here till he's 16. And I don't want to move out until my dog is like bye-byed. Because I feel like I couldn't handle leaving my fluff here. Also, you go take some sleep whenever you want. So, My dog's got a lot of years left in him. So that's fine by me. I don't have to worry about dog anytime soon. Dog should be safe. Oh, I'm glad she was able to roll with the changed topic. Just like that, some of the awkward areas dispersed. Monica will be pleased too. A lot of effort went into these. I know she'll appreciate what we've done. So I'm really getting distracted. I think Yuri will love these quotes too. Some of these really remind me of her. Not just me who thought of that then. How are you feeling about the actual recital though? I mean, I knew I probably seemed pretty enthusiastic when Monica asked us. But you're kind of nervous now. Might watch Attack on Titan later. I don't like Attack on Titan. Unpopular opinion, it's a bad anime. And unpopular opinion again, so's Death Note. Death Note's not that good. Sorry for killing the vibe, but I want to break up with my girlfriend. But I'm scared it's going to be taken the wrong way. I'm just worried what would happen. Right, so you want to break up with someone. Now, you definitely asked the wrong person, because I'm a blunt prick. How would it be taken the wrong way, may I ask? Because if you want to break up with someone, it can't really be taken the wrong way. If you're like, hey, I think we should break up. I don't think she can take that in any other way than, let's part ways. If you beat around the bush and you're like, hey, you know, things are going a bit weird at the moment. Like, that, don't word it like that. Just be honest with her. Like, I think you just need to be honest with her. Like, if something's not working, tell her. You should go now. The game started. Hey, listen, you don't tell people what to do here, right? They're welcome to just sit here, right? We've been together for almost a year. I mean, yeah. Try and let her down gently, but be honest at the same time. See, that is a piece of advice that would not have come from me, because I'm a blunt fuck. And I kind of just tell people how it is. So if I do want to break up with someone, I would just tell them. So, yeah, probably don't be as harsh as me and be like, yeah, it's just not right. I don't like you no more. Just be like, hey, look, right, we're just growing apart. It's just how growing up is, you know. You need to see new people, because clearly I need to do that as well. I'm going to stop talking here, because I'm not helping. I'm going to stop talking. Talking to my club members, listen here, right? You may want to talk to your club members, but you asked me at the start of the game if it was okay if I let the mod take charge, and you said sure. So clearly, you don't have a say in this. Play game, Drez, listen here, right? The more people tell me to play game, the less of game we actually get done. This is how it used to work, and this is how it will always work. Game will just be at slow progress, because it just allows me to do this more often. Hey, Skywall, how are you, dude? I sound Niggy. Yeah, again, I'm not the greatest help, but I can help where I can. I will always tell people to just be blunt, but that's because I only know how to be blunt. It's a very bad personality trait. Amy says burp, but really all she's doing is gonna go to bed. I guess it'll be okay, though. I mean, I have my poem, and I sort of know how I want it to go, so I think a little more practice will be fine. So yeah, start reading again. You can play Doki Doki Blue Skies. Yeah, kinda. Let's just watch this. See, there you go. Let's just sit back, relax. Everyone, go get your blankets, get yourself a hot chocolate, wrap up warm. You should get a sheep so you can name it. I don't know how the legal implications work of owning a sheep. Hold on. Let me Google. Can I legally own a sheep in England? Can I keep a sheep as a pet? UK. You don't have to own the animals to be a keeper. You're a sheep, goat, pig, or deer keeper if you have responsibility for the day-to-day care and control of these animals. It includes a single animal kept temporarily or as a pet. Oh, so I can keep a sheep as a pet. Oh! I can keep a pig as a pet. I can keep a goat as a pet. Huh. Did not know this. As long as I comply with the RSPCA guidelines, I can keep any animal, or most animals, not all animals, most farm animals as pets. Huh. Yo! I want a baby pig. Imagine the scenes. Imagine the scenes. Tiny little snout just running around the place. That would be adorable. Aren't micro pigs like really dangerous to breed? I was like, yo, I should get a micro pig, but then I'm like, I'm pretty sure those are like really bad for the pigs. When you could get an actual pig. Yeah, who needs a pug in a pig costume when you can just buy an actual fucking pig? I'd have to try and feed it though, that's the only problem. And I don't know how easy it is to feed a pig. Because like, what if he doesn't want to eat? I want a goat because goats scream. I mean, goats don't always scream aggressively at the top of their lungs. Goats are normally quite chill animals. Get a pig, put it in a pig costume, and just say it's a weird looking pug. Oink oink. Pig could go oink. Oh dear God, this is the kind of chat we have. I'm gonna go have a good stream. Hey, you have a good rest of your day, Azriel. I appreciate coming out, and I hope our words of advice have somewhat helped, if helped at all. What's the worst that could happen? Let's not think about that. What about you? Aren't you nervous? Fuck yeah, dude. I'm shitting my pants. I don't have Monica's confidence, sadly. Good luck, man. Honestly, Azriel, best of luck to you, my dude. But hey, I really like the club, and this is my chance to give something back to it, right? It's a great attitude to have. Besides, I'm an excuse to be bad. I'm new and nowhere near as experienced as you guys, so that's my justification if my performance sucks. All you have to do is practice. Hey, you don't give me a lip, woman. Your performance will be just as good as ours, I know it. It's nice to have someone believe in me, I guess. Thanks, Sayori. No problem. I probably should get going, though. Need to practice my poem and stuff. I remind you, I should probably do the same. Do you want to take the goodie bags? Sure. I'll put them in a sack for you. 1 sec. I rummage around finding a big bag enough. A bag big enough. God fucking damn my brain. For all the smaller ones, handing the big one to Sayori, over to Sayori, we both head downstairs. As she hovers by the door, she turns to face me. There's a shyness in her face. Oh, by the way, yeah, thanks for today. I haven't had this much fun in a long time. That's alright. I'm sorry I had the sex. I really enjoyed myself too. We should make this a more regular thing. Her face lights up. Yeah! Yeah! I like the sound of that. I'll see you tomorrow for the festival. Oh God, we're this close to the festival. Buy the Berserk manga, but I'm just not ready to tell my parents that I read. I would love to buy the Mirai Nikki manga, but I don't have the balls to tell my parents I can't read. A very different, like, thing here. Piece. I could buy myself the Mirai Nikki manga now. Oh. I need to stop getting ahead of myself. See you tomorrow. As she waves and walks off, bag in hand, it takes me a few moments to identify what I'm feeling inside. Happiness. Something as simple as going to town and making goodie bags for Sayori. It made me feel really warm inside. How has it taken me this long to realize? Bedtime. Oh, there's no poem, boys. Oh, there was no poem. I'm upset. Today's the day of the festival. The preparation for the event should be nearly complete, given all the work everyone's put in over the weekend. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori at the festival. Yes! We know who we're spending our time with, boys. We don't even have to plan it. But no, Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. It's been a while though. Where's Sayori? Need to walk together, but she's late again. I don't know. I don't want to leave her behind, but if she takes much longer, I'm going to be late for school. More time passes, there's going to be a moment of decision soon if she doesn't arrive. I'm getting ready to leave. I finally spot her, slowly making her way down the street. She's carrying a large sack in her hands. I'm surprised that she isn't running over to me. Isn't she aware how late she is? Sayori, where have you been? We could have been late for school. I know. I overslept. Or couldn't decide what to have for breakfast again. She immediately pouts. Such a meanie. You know my teasing is all in good fun, right? She mumbles something under her breath. Of course. By the way, I also double-checked the little bags. They're all in here. She gestures to the large sack, a bright smile evident on her face. I've never used that. I've never even seen that word before. Good stuff, Sayori. People are gonna love them. As really I get it. Candy, bookmarks, literature quotes. Perfect things to give out at our event. something for everyone. Although I'm kind of nervous for the festival. Honestly, I don't blame you for that. It's kind of nerve-wracking, isn't it? Oh, actually, allow me to digress. So, I'm going to be honest here, chat. There was meant to be a video today. There was meant to be a video today, but I'll be honest. With all the paperwork and prep I've had to do for job, I didn't get time to sit down and record it yesterday. Well, I didn't get time to sit down and record it Wednesday, and I also didn't get time to do anything yesterday because I was stumped with paperwork. Today, I've just not been feeling it like right, so I haven't had time to sit down and record it either. So, maybe next week. I don't know how easily videos are going to be starting next week, but hopefully next week I can get a video out. Like, I've got a good idea. I just can't put it into practice because it's going to take a lot of, like, prior work to set it up. And that's the annoying thing because I didn't have the time to set it up, and then with work happening now, I will have even less time to set it up. So, hopefully I can do it. There's a lot of things riding on getting it done. Anyway, sorry about that whole digression thing. It just popped into my head. I mean, I know how much it means to Monica, but at the same time, I didn't really realize how intimidating reciting poetry to a bunch of strangers could be. I was all for it back in the club room, but now that the actual day is here, you could say now the day is here, it's a little bit nervous. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. That's the one. There we go. There's the Easter joke. Got it. See? She looks a little nervous. I reach over and give her a squeeze on the shoulder. We'll be fine. Don't worry. I know how much you love poetry, plus your poems are great. I just hope my own performance is up to standard. Don't be silly. They'll love your poem. I just know. See, the Easter jokes are great. Bartek just doesn't like them. I chuckle, admiring the definitive optimism that really makes Siri. Well, Siri, I guess we'll find out. By the way, are you doing anything after the festival? Anything fun? Nope, I haven't really planned that far ahead. I'm not great at doing that anyway. Yeah, we know. You're late for, like, everything. I appreciate good. He clearly doesn't. I'm kind of hoping we finish early so we can have the rest of the day off, to be honest. So you're really saying is that you just want to go home and sleep, right? Look at how many students there are. How many clubs are having their own little event today? Ah, I've got something in my eye. Holy crap. Ow. Ah! Bartek probably right. Yeah, he probably is. I'll be honest. Tactical change of topic. Our school is in sight and there's lots of students milling around. I just think he doesn't understand my intellect. Like, these jokes just come from another plane of existence that he just hasn't achieved yet. There's a little, it's a little strange to think that there's so many fellow students around, yet I've still been feeling so lonely. Or at least before joining the literature club. Oh, did we meet Uwu Girl today? Big brain. You could say that I'm galaxy brain compared to his tiny peewee brain. Times like these make me grateful that Siri told me about it, the club. Told me about the it isn't meant to be there. Told me about the club in the first place. I don't know, probably quite a few. By the way, Siri, what's up? I just wanted to say, well, no matter how this festival goes, I'm really grateful you told me about the club and let me join. I had a lot of fun so far. I need a drink. My fucking throat, dude. Hey, Zach. I scratched the back of my head nervously as Siri looks curiously at me. I've never been good at expressing myself, as she probably knows. I guess what I'm trying to say is that thank you. It's been so fun being able to spend time with you again, too. It really takes me back. You don't have to thank me for anything, silly. I've enjoyed it, too. After all, it would be lovely if things could go back to how they used to. How they used to? What do you mean? Nothing. Strange choice of words. What could she mean by this? As we enter the courtyard and make our way back to the meeting room, she breaks the silence by giggling. Something funny? I just thought of a way to steal one of Natsuki's cupcakes without her realizing. You sure that's a good idea? She might be a little, but you know better than I do that she can be really fiery. Don't worry about her. She might be a bit mean on the outside, but she's harmless. Don't let her fool you. She looks like she'd bite your ankles. Rather her than me. I'm not late. I'm not late. Oh god, this music. Oh, this music's a bop. Oh, this is a bop! Oh! This music's sick! Ah, let's just... Huh. You can't tell me this song isn't sick. Ooh! You can't tell me that music's not sick. It's good to see you guys. Do you want to come in and give me a hand? Monica's placing little booklets out on each of the desks in the classroom. This is one she's prepared that has all the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. Oh, it drops again! You guys want to check out the pamphlet? They came out really nice. Oh, I can't help but bop this music. Yeah, sure. They really did. They're really pretty. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed out on its own page, giving it almost a professional feel. I recognized the girls' poems from the ones they were performing during our practice. Just then, Natsuki burst into the room carrying a box of positively towers over her. Yuri trails in from behind her carrying a rolled up banner and a large duffel bag. As Yuri brought a body with her. What the fuck? Festival time! You guys got here before me? I thought I was pretty early. I'm sorry for being the last one here. I'm glad that some preparations are already underway though. It should take less time to set everything up this way. Let's work hard together, everyone. Yeah! Unpacks the box through 4 trays of cupcakes stacked carefully on top of each other. Ah, why me? I jumped at the sudden outburst. What did I do? Yeah? Henry lady out these cupcakes. And sorry, can you help me with these? Yuri gestures at the bag, to which so cheerfully nods. And Suki with her cupcakes, whilst Yuri and Sayuri start putting up the decorations. Meanwhile, Monica continues putting down the pamphlets. Along from Natsuki has carefully arranged the cupcakes in a neat formation. Each cupcake is topped with white icing and some kanji writing. Kanji written in a variety of different coloured frostings. These look really good. Great idea to make them literature club themed as well. It was a good idea, huh? I wrote down words that specifically have to do with poetry in our poems. Oh, that's sick! Who can't wait to show me? See, this one says create. Is that the kanji for use? Huh? But he checks over the rest of the cupcakes to look for more miswritten characters. I glance over at Sayuri and Yuri. They put up a banner with an inspirational quote written on it. Written on a colourful gradient of the colours of the sky. A good writer possesses not only his own spirit, but also the spirits of his friends. Oh god, there's so much reading. That's a quote by the German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche. Probably. He's had some very interesting thoughts, although there are some that I don't quite agree with. What? I think I've heard of him. As Yuri outclassed me with her intellect. It seems they've also hung up a kind of origami paper tied to ribbons in the doorway. From close inspection, each paper has a different kanji character written on it. They did something similar to Natsuki with your kanji curtain. Is that so? I have to look at what she's done after I finish setting up. You suggested a few candles and wooden cylinders-shaped objects. Yuri said that that's an essential oils diffuser. What the fuck? I don't understand any of these things, I'll be honest. Hihi. It's aromatherapy. Oh, that's when you have smells go up your nose and you feel better. One of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. I'm excited to see how it works. Don't you just heat it and it smells funny? All preparations are almost finished now. I feel like there's something missing though. Suddenly I notice a large bag sitting forlornly by itself on the side. Sayuri you mind handing me the sack you've got? I hope you distribute all the stuff inside. Okay, here you go. Okay, just like quite a few small colour bags neatly tied shut with ribbons. Just a reminder, her handiwork from yesterday really shows. I put one out. You're running those little bags. Looking on the interest. Here's what you've been working on over the weekend, Siri. I love how these look. You both did a fantastic job. Supposed to Siri, I couldn't do the ribbon part if my life depended on it. I'm sure the content just as impressive as the exterior. What sort of things did you choose for the quotes? We had a lot of fun with that. She delicately opens one of the little bags, fishing out a quote. It's perfectly okay to write garbage, as long as you edit it brilliantly. What? That one was mine. I thought it was kind of funny. Whereas Yuri and Siri look like they're trying to figure out what punchline it's. I like that. I like that. And Pokemon Shiny Hunter is working. See, I still don't like the idea of having something Shiny Hunt for you. Like, you don't get any enjoyment out of getting the Shinies. Yuri and Siri look like they're trying to figure out what punchline is. One of them isn't bad. What about this one? I hastily open another bag, picking out the quote. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets fixated on a specific point. Just force yourself to get something out on the paper and tidy it up later. I like that one a lot. After all, it's pretty much true. If you never start, you can't make any progress. Keeping your pen in the same spot will just result in a big puddle of ink. We couldn't find out who said that, which is a shame. Have you guys tried the candy? Don't you think we should save those for the people who made the bags? So why have they quoted Monica from the normal game? That's so weird. Like, super irritated voice rings over from across the classroom. If you guys are finished over there, can you actually sort Sayori's stuff out? You know, we do have a festival to prepare for, you little bitches. She huffs as the rest of us share a guilty grin. Natsuki's right. So Natsuki raised a valid point. Let's get to it then. We delve into a sack and scoop out little bags going around the classroom, setting them down on each desk. We print out a few spare quotes to put around the classroom, and it's not long for a few desks bear the wise words of writers and poets alike. Siri wanders over to the front desk and sticks one of the quotes there. I'm impressed by her thinking. Everyone will see the quote that way. It doesn't take long to distribute all the little bags around the room. Out the corner of my eye, I spot Sayori trying to sneakily open a bag and pop a candy in her mouth. Naturally, she drops a chocolate. Some things will never change. What the fuck? Oh! Why are there candles? This is a fire safety hazard. Nah, this is a safety hazard, dude. Something's wrong. This is a safety hazard. This should not be allowed on school premises. By the time we finish, it looks like everyone else is done too. The classroom is now darkened and lit up by ambient lighting of the candles. Shreks, I don't think we're having the sex just yet. The delicate floral scent wafts through the air, courtesy of Yuri's essential oils. Sayori and I head towards the other three girls who are huddled near the front of the classroom, murmuring to each other. Is it about time to start yet? Oh god. That's so weird to see her darker. We wrote that we would start at 10 AM on our poster, and that's in 10 minutes. Are people actually going to show up for this? Don't be so negative. Some people have shown up already, and I'm sure more will file in soon. You guys don't have to worry so much about it. I've got full faith in all of you. I've seen all of your poems. It's been amazing watching each and every one of you find your nature, your unique writing style. Ah. Stream starts in 5 minutes. Is that by the Berserk manga? Hell yeah, pizza. God, it's going to feel so weird on Monday that around this time I will be leaving work. I won't be streaming. It's going to be so weird. Anyway. She smiles encouragingly at each of us. To her credit, her words are helpful even though I haven't been part of this club for as long as the other three. Hey! It was just a joke. Jeez. Thought some humor would lighten the mood. Everyone's in the best frame of mind before we start. We all understand and appreciate that. Yeah, we know how much this club means to you. I want it to be a success, just as much as you do. Couldn't have put it better myself. Even though I'd only been in the club for a few days, I already felt at home. I'm going to play Wii Sports, you play Wii Sports, somebody. Truth be told, I used to be kind of lonely. Knowing that I'm included in something with people like you guys always make me feel better. Apart from Sayori on Sundays, I haven't told anyone about how lonely I've been feeling. I'm a little nervous about how the others will react. They all turn to me with varying degrees of emotions in their faces. Where's Streamlight? It just went off. It just went off. Like, you just missed it. You probably couldn't hear it over the music. The music's banging. God, we won't have Stream Alarm no more. Ah, we won't have Stream Alarm come Monday. Because streams will be like 5:30 till 6:30. Ah. God, my streams are going to start rotating around America time, aren't they? Or more American time. Damn. Natsuki impassively looks to her side where Yuri gives an expression of concern. Sayori looks a little sad remembering our conversation about this. It's okay, we can change that, remember? Like I said, I'm so happy that you feel welcome here. You don't got to stream during the work days. I mean, I don't have to, but I want to. You know? It's exactly what I wanted. I agree, no one should feel alone. I know it's quite a difficult thing to experience. Feel a warm flush of gratitude at their words. Thanks, guys. It means a lot. Also, Monica, I told Sayori this earlier, and I figured you might appreciate hearing this. Well, no matter how the festival goes, I just wanted to say thank you to all of you. Thanks to you guys, our lonely feeling has disappeared. You've all been so welcoming and accepting, and believe me, I'm really appreciative of that. So even if this event doesn't quite go as planned, just know that I really love it here, and I'm glad Sayori told me about this club. If others don't like what we have here, well, it's their loss, right? The girls nod in agreement, smiling at me. I had no idea my words had such an impact, but I'm glad they did in the end. Like, I definitely will stream whilst I'm working. It's just going to be less and later. So, like, streams will be like an hour to, like, 2 hours long. They won't, probably rarely go over the 2-hour mark. It feels so rewarding to get back to the club. And my grandma's this weekend, so it's favorite food week. Hell yeah, pizza. Monica turns to me, eyes shining with anticipation. Thank you, Nikki. You're right. Hearing those words from a newcomer really makes me feel like I've succeeded in my goals as president. After all, I wanted to create a place where people can feel comfortable and share literature. And what you just said makes me feel like it was all worth it. She turns to face the others. See, guys? Are you streaming during weekends? Oh, definitely. Weekend streams are going to be longer as well. Or there'll be multiple of them. So, I don't know if I'll start it this Saturday, but tomorrow there could be 2 streams. Like an early stream and a Persona stream that might go on for like 5 hours instead of just 3. Like, I'm going to try and push Persona to be longer. And I'm going to try and do a shorter early stream. Let me turn the music down. So I might do that tomorrow. I don't know what I will start off with tomorrow. But I just want to... Like, I love streaming. Like, I know recently it's been a bit of a kind of a shit show with the streams of, like, we've had less people turn out and everything. And, like, views are dropping and shit. But, honestly, I still love streaming. And I love the community we have where people just sit and chill. It's really nice. So, like, I do want to keep streaming because, you know, I do love it. It's more of a, am I able to, more than anything. See, guys, if we can show Nikki how amazing this club is, who said we can't show the other students the same thing? Hey, baby. Arientia, how are you? Welcome to stream. I'm sorry if I absolutely butchered your name. As the title said, dyslexic man trying to read. Not a good combination. How are you then, my dude? Hope you're doing good. Don't see them as strangers, see them as potential club members. She's definitely got an inspiring way with words. Good thing, Monica. What's the worst that could happen? Yeah. But if they say anything bad about my cupcakes, I'm going to kill them. Yeah, that's fine. Yuri giggles softly. I won't lie to you, I'm still quite nervous. But after hearing what you said, I realize there might be other lonely people out there too. This club would be a perfect place for them. Yeah, we might even find more manga enthusiasts. That's the spirit. Now let's go and show the rest of school just what Literature Club is. As if on cue, a few people wander into the room, curiously looking around the room. Monica calmly walks over and greets them. And so it begins. Monica and Sarah greet the newcomers and settle them into desks throughout the classroom. Some people already helped themselves to cupcakes, and I know Natsuki keeping an eye on them. While Yuri is nervously looking through a pamphlet, I can see her soundless mouthing the words to her poem. How do you not remember your... Okay. Now that I think about it, I should get some extra practice in as well. Before I can do so, though, Monika heads back towards us, Sayuri in tow. Oh, God. Showtime, everyone. Let's do this. Time to get this over with. I can do this. We group up and stand together in front of the classroom. Monika steps up to the podium and clears her throat, drawing the room's attention to her. Okay, everyone. Listen here, you fucks. Welcome to the Literature Club. My name's Monika, as you'll probably know. Some girls sitting in the front of the classroom wave at her. And I'm the president of the club. Accompanying me is the vice president, Sayuri. Hi! Hey, how you doing? Rest of the club is Yuri, Natsuki, and last one, Niggy. Yeah, why am I always the last one? What the fuck? We all wave back at students with varying degrees of enthusiasm. Hope you're all enjoying our poetry and that we've been able to help contribute to a memorable festival. Literature is amazing in its ability to connect us to the human condition. And we really hope that with this event... I can't read. We really hope that this event will help encourage others to start participating as well. Our club will gladly welcome any new members, those who love words and writing as well, to anyone who's simply just curious and wants to learn more. After the scheduled performance, we'll be opening up the stage for anyone else who wants to perform, so don't be shy. And now, without further ado, I'll be starting with my poem, The Way They Fly. Sayuri, Natsuki, and Yuri, and I head off and settle down in the foremost desks, saving the seat at the end for Monika. She stands there, alone yet radiating confidence. Fucking just beaming it, dude. After flashing a smile and a wink at us, she begins. Each word is crystal clear and exudes emotion. I didn't even know that was a word. Somehow her recitation is even better than it was a few days ago. She must have practiced hard to achieve that perfection. The classroom is silent at first, drinking in her words. After a few moments, however, some whispering starts up in the back of the classroom. I guess that's inevitable, but it still doesn't make it any less annoying. I exchange a look with Natsuki, who rolls her eyes over at the disruptions. Sayuri pats my head and gives me an encouraging smile. She's comforting as always. As Monika's poem progresses, more and more people wander in. Normally this would be a good thing, but they're making a lot of noise. Thankfully they simmer down once they realise Monika's speaking, but the damage has already been done. She reaches the end of her poem, the last few words resonating in the classroom. Round of applause fills the room, and Monika beams at everyone, patiently waiting for them to finish. Thank you for listening, everyone. Hope you enjoyed my poem, and it gave you a flavour of what the club's like. For the newcomers, welcome. We're just in the midst of showing you all our poems. For the benefit of those who've just joined, she quickly reintroduces everyone. I'm next to Natsuki, take it away. Natsuki stumbles slightly as she makes her way to the front of the class. I guess her nerves are really getting to her. It doesn't help that someone sniggers, causing her to turn and glare at them. Sayuri seems to notice too, as she hastens to shoot Natsuki a reassuring smile. Natsuki stands in the front of the classroom with her poem in hand. Slight traces of irritation still visible on her face. So my poem's called Jump. She takes a deep breath and begins her recitation. Just as I was hoping, she was able to inject her trademark bouncy style into the performance, bringing her words to life. She doesn't quite radiate the confidence Monika did, but her unique style shines through, giving the poem a flow and rhythm. While simple, it's effective. Her heart sinks as I start picking up on the newcomers having their own conversation in the back of the room. I'm hit with a surge of anger. How can they be so inconsiderate? It's because they aren't paying any attention, and from the pause and change Natsuki's tone, she's clearly picked up on it as well. Why can't they just save their stupid, selfish conversation for after our performances? The poem comes to an end, but unlike with Monika's, there's a slight awkward moment of silence. Once again, there's a round of applause, but it's clear the audience engagement isn't quite as strong. Great performance, Natsuki. I really like the rhythm of that poem. Everyone's just fucked up everyone else, haven't they? Natsuki forces a smile and makes her way back to the seat. It's clear that she's upset. Anyway, our Vice President Sayuri is up next for performance. Hi everyone, hope you like my poem. Cheerfully skips up to the front poem behind the desk. As she turns to face us, she looks a little nervous, fidgeting slightly. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. It's okay, Sayuri. Just remember what we practiced. Why is the music stopped? I don't like the fact the music stopped. It's got eerie. Someone's gonna die. You've got this. It's called My Meadow. Oh, okay, there we go. She begins her poem. Her soft voice guides us through the recital. There's a remarkable contrast between her cheerful inflection and the more bittersweet nature of the words. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice people casually flicking cupcake wrappers onto the ground. along with the candy wrappers lying on the tables. Worse still, the talking is getting louder and more noticeable. And the perpetrators frowning at them. One of the students says out loud, yawn, making absolutely no effort to hide it. So I could buy the Barky or Berserk. Pizza. I mean, what one do you want more? What one would you prefer to have a copy of? This music's slightly out of tune. That's really fucking eerie, dude. Another student picks up one of the quotes and nudges their friend. They both frown and laugh at the message. I get the horrible feeling it's more of a mocking kind of laugh. I'm seeing red. If we weren't in school, I would have punched those inconsiderate pricks by now. That, to be fair, yeah, that's kind of sound right. Well, Barky got a good anime going, so I'd rather have the Berserk. Oh, get the Berserk one then. See, you've just cleared up your own dilemma. To be this rude to Sayuri, she's probably the sweetest person I've ever met. Despite how obvious, despite the now obvious disruption, she's trying her best, and is making a real effort to continue. To her credit, her performance is still commendable. She manages to work the contrast of her education against the words in her favor. It adds an irritating depth to the poem. I'd love to see more of this side of her. She brings her performance to a close, hand shaking slightly. Lovely poem, Sayuri. You really brought the life in that one. Thank you. Something's off with her voice. It's like how she was on Friday. Monica stands up, turning to address everyone in the room. Just a polite reminder, it would be much appreciated if everyone could give our poets some respect while they're performing. Monica looks stern while Natsuki looks positively furious. Thank you. Now the stage all yours, Yuri. Yuri's looking terrified at this point. Sayuri gives her a reassuring squeeze. I lean over and whisper into her ear. You've got this, Yuri. Just pretend like it's only me, Natsuki, Sayuri, and Monica here. I can't do this. Yes, you can. I believe in you. I've seen how passionate you can become when you talk about Portrait of Markov. It's about 40 years. Damn, piece. That's kind of expensive. I love that. I love seeing that side of you. Besides, like you said, the club could be a perfect place for you and any of these people. We just don't know it yet. She swallows nervously, nodding at my words. Okay, thank you. She rises to her feet, poem clasped firmly to her chest and avoiding eye contact with everyone as she walks up. Her eyes flick up to glance at the classroom when she gets on stage, although she quickly ducks her head back down to look at her poem on the podium. There are 6 volumes. I mean, that's not bad, though. Only 6 volumes is pretty good. This poem is titled The Afterimage of the Crimson Eye. Oh, shit, boys. Her voice quivers at the start, but unlike her reaction a few days ago, the meek and trembling version of Yuri remains well into the poem. She determinedly forges ahead, but I can tell that she's not enjoying it in the slightest. The rest of the classroom, momentarily subdued by Monica's words, soon begins to grow loud again. After a few lines of a poem, even more unruly than before, the crinkling of rappers fills the air, and at a few points you're almost drowned out by the others' voices. I catch a few people getting up and leaving the classroom by the... What the fuck did I stumble into? Yuri's trying not to die at this point, trying not to have a fucking panic attack. How are you, 25 bucks? Hope you're in a good mood. I ain't finished, so there'll be more. About 2 chapters a year. I mean, there you go then. So what you could do is, you could save up, get all 6, and then just buy them slowly as they come out, because technically then you could say you have all the manga up until the new one comes out. A hitch in her voice, it seems that Yuri's seen them as well. Her eyes stay glued to her poem now, and it looks like she's trying her hardest to ignore everyone. One boy quietly wolf whistles at Yuri, causing her to jump and lower her head even more. She's practically shaking like a leaf. Absolutely disgusting behavior. I open my mouth to say something. So Natsuki stands up. A loud scraping noise from her, pushing away from the desk, drawing the attention of all the students. Can you all just shut the fuck up? I'm really fucking sick of this. How can you guys be such inconsiderate pricks? I'm just playing Origami King and realize Toads are everywhere. I haven't seen anything into it yet. I don't even know when I'm going to be able to play it. I do want to get it at some point, though. Some of my wishes. Ain't no problem, pizza. We're trying our best to show you something amazing here, and we're just going to stomp all over our hard work like that. Unbelievable. Fucking inconsiderate bastards. I can't even understand how people can be this arrogant. It's just plain terrible. Do not interrupt you, Yuri, but I can't stand it anymore. You idiots might as well leave if you aren't even going to pretend to pay attention. Meet silence for a beat. Only came here for the food. Anyway, let's go, guys. Yeah, you bitch. Begins to lead his friends away. One by one, more students start to follow them out the door. I heard Pang look over Monica, who's holding a strange, stiff expression on her face, struggling to stay calm from everyone. A few moments, there's barely anyone left. Monica quietly begins speaking again, with her voice is barely audible. There's just stifling silence accompanied by words. When she finishes, a weak smatter of applause sound from the few who are left. She unsettlingly steps forward from the stage, a blank look on her face. She won't look at any of us either. I'm worried about it. Shit, Yuri's gonna off herself, dude. Okay, she speaks up, still trying her best to see through this. Any of us could have predicted that it would turn out this way. Thank you, Yuri, you did wonderfully. So sorry for all the disruptions and shit arrogance you had to endure. These kinds of people really are the worst. Those who are left, I want to thank you for staying and apologize as well. This is definitely not a normal occurrence for the club, I assure you. Let's finish off with me then. Yeah, dude. With a heavy heart, I slowly get up and walk to the stage. When I get to the podium, I'm appalled by the sight of the classroom. Candy and cupcake wrappers are strewn across the floor. Quote cards laid tossed about. What's happening? Shit just went down in the club. Some prick just threw food everywhere. And now we're in a dark room. Yuri's shat herself. Natsuki's threatening to eat some ankles. No one's dead though, so that's always a good sign. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Shoe prints over the wires. The remnants of goodie bags are left ripped apart on desks. Even the kanji curtains look tangled up and messy. Only students left are those who waved to Monica at the beginning. This is what Yuri had to see when reciting her poem. No wonder she didn't want to look up and face the people. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I can really do this now. How were the others able to finish their poems? I look at the clock, 10:20. Has it really only been 20 minutes? Taking a shaky breath, I begin to speak. Hi everyone. I'd like to take a second to apologize for both of those checking out the club today and if so already in it. But despite everything that's happened, I can say that I'm glad I joined since I got to meet so many amazing people. I believe you guys would love it as much as I do too. I hope you'll enjoy Acquainted with the Night. I start reading. They're in movies from volume 1 to 4. 20 by 5 and 6. I mean, don't you still want volumes 1 through 4? Yeah, wouldn't you still want that? Because it's just like the Harry Potter books. Everything in the the manga / book isn't always in the film. You know, everything in the manga isn't always done or even done to its best, to be fair. I start reading, and I'm struck once again by the beauty of the poem. The loneliness and isolation conveyed so accurately. I can relate to a lot of these feelings. Won't be as good as the others at reciting, but I only hope that I'll be able to do the poem justice. Thoughts of doing both the poet and the club proud strengthen my spirit. I do, but I already know 1 through 4 and I don't know 1, 5 through 6. I mean, yeah, but what you could do is you could buy 5, then buy 6, and then buy 1 through 4 after you've bought those ones. So that way you have them all. Managed to fight through the depressing mood. The quiet from the classroom suits the lines of my poem well, and my recital seems to fly by rather quickly. Excellent performance, what a great way to round off the event. I step down from the stage, Monica stands up and addresses the room. Thank you all for coming and staying, I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. That's all for the scheduled recitations, but you guys are free to stay and hang out if you want. An awkward silence for a few minutes and the remaining students stand up. Stand up. Here we go. Oh, and you two. Yeah, who the fuck's this? I know you're in this club. Who are you? Why are you so top head? Why is your head huge and your body's tiny? And you're tiny because there are your legs. Why are you so small? Go stand for us. Is he actually my home class representative? Shiori? Given that both me, she and Monica are class reps, they're probably friends. You only joined about a week ago, so... Ah, I see. Yeah. Hey, the way you guys were treated was seriously awful. It's fine, thanks for staying. Either way, sorry about everything, Monica. I'll check out the club sometime. She has a small, commisseratory smile, and I'm torn between wondering whether everyone's pitying us or sympathizing with us. They all start to file out of the classroom after a few more goodbyes. Monica keeps a stained smile plastered on her face. Meanwhile, Yuri has her head buried in her arms on the desk. In contrast, Natsuki is staring straight ahead, gritting her teeth, and Sayori looks down at her desk, picking at a spot on the varnished wood. Oh, we've all got fucking depression, dude. Oh, Jesus Christ, what happened? Why are all the windows blacked out? Oh, yeah, we blacked out the entire fucking classroom. I'm getting pizza. Hell yeah, pizza. I haven't had pizza in genuinely months. I don't. The last time I had pizza was February. I think that was the last time I had pizza. I haven't had pizza since then. To say there's tension in the air would be a massive understatement. There's silence in the room made worse by the sense of awkwardness. No one knows what to say. No one expected the festival to end this way, and the impact is hitting us all. Get a pizza? I don't have the money to get a pizza, dude. I can't just buy myself a pizza. And I don't have the ingredients to make one. Pardon me. That could have gone better. My attempts to humour fall flat and I immediately regret speaking. Natsuki gives me a dirty look, but Sayori smiles wanly. Get a pizza next month? I'm not getting paid until the month after. It looks like Monika's face has fallen, faintly fallen. I don't understand. Where did we go so wrong, guys? We spent so long preparing for this after all our efforts. For the first time, our outgoing, confident Monika, always seemed so radiant, has snuffed out. She clearly cared a lot about this event, and I feel awful for her. I know, I don't get it either. I thought you guys did such a good job as well. The decorations, the recitals. I'm sorry, Monika. After next month, maybe. Don't worry about it. It's not like it's your fault anyway. She smiles weakly at me. Glancing around, I notice that Yuri and Natsuki seem particularly upset, with Yuri looking absolutely dejected, and Natsuki steaming mad. This is your fault, Monika. I told you this was a stupid idea. None of us were even that comfortable with doing it in the first place. Now look where it's landed us. Excuse me? My fault? You all agreed to do this. Pardon me for thinking it would actually go well. What's wrong with that? We only agreed to do it because we felt like you were forcing us. Really hoping this wouldn't happen, given everyone's low mood. An argument is the last thing we need. I didn't force anyone, Natsuki. You know how much this club means to me. I was excited to show what we have to the rest of the school. Yeah, because that was such a good idea, wasn't it? I'm really starting to get sick of your constant sarcasm, you know. Why can't you just try being positive once in your fucking life? Jeez, it's funny you should say that, because I'm really starting to get sick of your self-righteous know-it-all attitude. We told you this was a bad idea, but no. You just had to insist on this, even though no one was happy with it. It was for a reason. Look at how much Nikki enjoys it here. Isn't it really so unreasonable to think that we could have found someone else like him? Or is it just too positive for you to even fathom? This is awful. The other students were bad enough, but now Monika and Natsuki are going at each other's throats. Look how bad everyone was humiliated. How inconsiderate all those struggles for a moment. Her anger inhibited her ability to speak. Those assholes were to us. They didn't give a damn about anything we had to say. We did that. What did that one prick say? He was only here for the food. All that hard work, just for what? Nothing. She angrily kicks one of the desks. A loud noise jolts Yuri, who looks up with tears in her eyes. Please, Natsuki, can you calm down? Don't tell me you're taking her side, Yuri. You had to experience the worst of it. I don't get why you're not mad either. Natsuki, there's no point being angry at Monika. She didn't want this to happen. She had no idea people would react this way. It's bad enough that the students here were rude. I really don't like fighting inside the club itself. Yeah, but if Monika had just listened to us when we said we weren't comfortable with the whole idea, then this wouldn't have ever fucking happened. Monika sighs. This is kind of the conflict she genuinely leaves for the Sayori to deal with. But in this case, Sayori looks too distraught to intervene. Look, what you're not understanding is that sometimes you just have to take risks. Like, listen, right, I've seen Spider-Verse 3 times. And let me tell you, if you don't say, what's up, danger, you never get to the good part of the film. Sure, this didn't go so well, but there was always a chance it wouldn't have ended like this. We could have had new members. She turns to me. I mean, you of all people can understand that the best, right? You made the choice to come here. Look how much you've enjoyed it. Don't you try and suck up to it, Monika. Face it, you never listen to us, your club members, or take our opinions into account. Tell me I'm not alone thinking, well, oh great, now I have to pick a side. I really don't want to do this. I desperately look at Yuri and Sayori, but both are too upset to get involved. Fuck, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I agree with Monika here, because she's right. Like, Monika is right in this scenario. Like, if you look at the world pessimistically, you never take risks, you never have a chance to do something better than you already do. If you look at the world optimistically, There's a chance that things can go right. If things go wrong, that's not your fault. And you can't blame that on anyone, you know? Like, if shit hits the fan, like, at least you can say you tried your best and shit hit the fan. Like, if you don't try at all and shit hits the fan, then you didn't try and you just got fucked over. Like, I tell you, it's going to make me more unpopular, Natsuki. I brace myself for what is going to come next. Natsuki, come on. You know better than I do Monica loves this club. It's only natural she'd want to share it with the rest of the school. Seriously, you're actually taking her side? I can't believe this. It's not like that. I'm not taking her side. It's just what? That's exactly what you're trying to do. Don't try and backpedal. I mean, I didn't backpedal. That's not what he's trying to say. He just... Oh, of course, you'll jump into his age. Shut up, Monica. Monica looks furious, and for a moment, I think Natsuki has finally gone too far. Closes her eye, takes a deep breath, evidently trying to contain her anger. Jeez, Natsuki, don't you think I was a little out of order? You didn't have to shout at her. What do you know? You haven't been here for 5 days. Why are they all making me out to be the bad guy here? Remember Monica said she'd make sure people weren't going to be rude during our performances? Wow, congratulations. She sure did a fantastic job with that. Not like anyone wolf whistled at Yuri or anything. Was it? Some enforcer you were? Her bitter, sarcastic tirade continues on. Each point worsening by the atmosphere. And the only one who can see this for what it is, it's just Monica trying to use the club to boost her popularity. And it sickens me. Hey, welcome back, Amy. You think we're all just, what, some sort of pawn for you? Explains why you didn't even consider how reluctant we all were to do this. Or why you let everyone just walk all over us. Just being ridiculous now. Why would I want to hurt all of us? It's not exactly easy for me either. Now it's not a decision. What would you of all people know about life being hard? Monica blinks, looking like she's been slapped. It's easy for you, Monica. With your role as the queen of this school, everyone liking you, all that crap. You have such a perfect life and all. You never have to defend your interests, never having anyone ridicule you for the things you like. I share class with those assholes, you know, and you can bet they're going to have a lot of fun telling everyone else about this. About how much of a losers we all are. And guess what? It's all because of you. I can practically hear the venom dripping from her words at this point. Holy shit. Like, someone's gonna die. Absolutely horrible. Face it. Sayori would have been better president you could ever be. And with that, a sickening silence falls over, onto the room once more. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. This time it's a million times worse. The fire in Natsuki's eyes is blazing, and quiet sobs can be heard from Yuri. Sayori's miserably hugging herself, looking completely lost for words. Monica is wearing a stony expression on her face, looking both enraged and heartbroken. This is confrontation, not Amy, you're not wrong. But maybe, Amy, hear me out, right? So, you know, you were in school once, and I'm guessing, because, you know, we were basically in school at the same time, you had this, you know. People only bully the people they like, so clearly this is going to end with some lesbian sex, if I am not mistaken. So really, it's just confrontation that's heading towards the sex. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I don't think that... See, you don't think, but you don't know. You know, until we can scientifically prove that's not how it works. Right now, it might be how it works. Hate sex. But sure, see, I'm glad I've got you on my side here, Amy. It comes back to go, hate sex. Sex is bad. The whole club waits for her to reply to the bombshell Natsuki just dropped on her. That word, Monica turns on her heel and walks out of the door. The impact of Natsuki's words hanging in the air behind her. No one knows what to say for a moment. Every silence makes, oh shit, dude. Someone's gonna die. Wait, does Monica hang herself? No. Hold on. I didn't sign up for this. We all exchange looks. Yuri is meekly wiping her eyes on her sleeve, and Sayori is standing around awkwardly. Natsuki, on the other hand, is refusing to meet anyone's gaze. Looks like she's regretting her words a little bit. Guys, can we make sure that never happens again? Oh shit, Sayori's crying, dude. Oh fuck. That was awful. That was horrible to experience. That was horrible to experience, to say the least. Gonna kill herself. This isn't cool. I mean, it'd be a real fucking twist of fate, wouldn't it? The character who makes another character off themselves now offs themselves. To restore order and keep things going, the club suddenly feels very aimless and disorganized. Natsuki, I know you're angry, but can you please find Monica and apologize? But, please, I know you're feeling a bit guilty over what you said. After all, you were a bit mean. Natsuki grumbles something under her breath. It's okay, I go and find Monica. No offense, Natsuki, but I don't think she'd particularly want to see you right now. I winced as the words leave my mouth. Probably a more diplomatic way of saying it. He glares at me. Fine. As I turn to leave, I suddenly motion to Yuri and Sayuri to try to talk to Natsuki. Sayuri nods and Yuri nervously swallows. Where would Monica go? She probably wants somewhere quiet where she can be herself, right? Which rules out the classroom, the courtyard, and the cafeteria. The only two places coming to mind are the girls' toilets or the rooftop. No, 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 this is bad. It isn't the girls' toilets. I make my way over to the staircase, at least to the top, thinking about how the conversation is going to go. Will she even want to talk to me? She didn't even say anything as she left. Was she that upset? She's going to jump? Oh, no. Wait. No. 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 I can't have predicted it. Please. I couldn't have done this. There's no way that this has happened, right? There's no way. There's no chance. Although, given what Natsuki said, I really wouldn't blame Monica. Guess there's only one way to find out. Please. At the top of the stairs, which opens to the rooftop. Bracing myself, put my hands on the cold steel door handle and push the door open. Read something. I shiver as the wind cuts through my blazer. It's a cold and desolate place. A fitting setting for what just happened. I look around and there she is. Leaning slightly over the barrier at the edge of the rooftop, face turned away from me. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. She's hanging over the edge, boys. I swear, if something goes wrong, I'm not taking blame. Not a peep sounds from her, not even when the wind slams the door beside me. Monica? No answer. I slowly approach her, making a little noise as possible in some illogical attempt not to scare her away. What is she, a fucking goat? You look pretty upset, so I thought I'd come find you. I trail off, mentally berating myself at how weak that must have sounded. She stays completely still as I slide up to her side, leaning on the railing so I can see her face. I don't know what I expected, but her expression is oddly calm. Please don't jump, Monica. Beautiful view, isn't it? Oh no, this music just doesn't feel right. You could say that. Is that the reason you came up here? It's part of it. On days like this, the wind can the eternally stretching blue sky make me feel like I can go anywhere. Monica, listen, we can talk about this, right? There's something comforting in the possibility of getting swallowed up by the blue. Being able to simultaneously take control and lose control. Please don't lose control and jump off the edge. That's not where this is going, right? Monica, well, I know you're obviously not okay. I'm not asking if you're okay to know if you're okay. Something wrong? Yeah, something's going to happen. I'm going to ask if you're okay so you can choose to talk to me about whatever if you want to give you an opportunity to open up. So, are you okay? A thin smile appears on her face. Progress. So, yo, should we just have a Monica progress bar? Something like that. Uh-oh. Maybe? That's sweet of you. To be honest, I didn't expect you to have that tact at all. Me neither. Did you expect that I'd be crying up here? No. Contemplating suicide or something? Yes. Don't worry, I wouldn't do it just because of the festival. Well, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to cry out. No, I actually thought I would cry at first, but maybe I'm all cried out. I guess I've come to terms with all the things that Natsuki said already. She says such weighted words so casually. Well, she hasn't said she's not going to jump, she just said she hasn't cried. We're not fully out of the clear, we're partly out of the clear. What Natsuki said wasn't true. I think you're a fantastic president. I hasten to try to give less empty words after she arches an elbow at me. I'm not just saying that to cheer you up either. Remember what I said to you before the festival during your little pep talk? She faintly nods. But I'm going to reiterate it anyway, because it's important you're aware of how much I mean it. She hasn't thought about it though. Yeah, now we've given the idea, that doesn't mean she won't. Like, you know, if I give the idea to someone like, hey, you should have pizza tonight, someone might have pizza. Like, now that idea is in their head. Like, you know, I've now said you're not contemplating suicide. Like, that idea is clearly in her head. And she must have thought about it because she asked us if that's what we thought she was going to do. So clearly it had crossed her mind. Thank you for everything. You took me in when I really needed it. Remember how I said earlier I've been feeling lonely? That's very true. Yeah. She nods again. That's how things have been for me recently. I haven't seen much of my parents lately, and most of the days I spend alone. All that changed when I joined the club. You were all so friendly and welcoming. Not once did you ever turn me away because I wasn't a poet. I mean, between you and me, I know my poems weren't the greatest. You have a lot of potential. I did like your poems. I'm glad you think so, but anyway, that's besides the point. You accepted me for who I was, and always willing to help me. And more importantly, you created something that 3 other girls hold dear to their hearts. Definitely the sign of a good president, if you ask me. Monica looks down for a moment as if composing herself, and then meets... Okay, I'm like, she's looking down, she's looking over the edge. She's like, how far is it? Do we think I break everything or just a few things? Oh, please don't. Cooking show when? When I get a new computer, I will set up a cooking stream. That's a promise. You got it, snack dealer. Just for you. I'll set up a cooking show. We'll have weekly cook-offs. Well, not cook-offs. I'll just have weekly cooking sessions. Maybe. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, sure. I'll write that idea down for you. I'll keep that one in the noggin. So, he smiles with a smile. Thank you, Nikki. It really means a lot. Like I said earlier, hearing all of this from a newcomer really does make me believe I've hit goals that I set for myself. All I wanted to create was a little bit of heaven that people could call home, no matter their writing ability. God, I swear I can fucking read. Take it from someone who joined only a few days ago then. You've definitely succeeded. Also, had you not made this club, I would never have gotten to meet Yuri and Natsuki, or even been able to hang out with Sayuri again. What? No. Disable auto. Nor would I have gotten to get to know you better either, and that would have been a real shame, eh? I playfully nudge her, receiving a nudge back. This past week has probably been the happiest I've ever been in a long, long time. And that is all thanks to you. We share a smile, one that I'm sure is completely genuine on Monica's half. Not on mine. I'm debating jumping at this point. I don't really know what to say. It's okay, seriously. I just wanted you to know how I felt. Anyways, Natsuki was a bit out of order with her words, but honestly, I don't think she meant it. I guess tensions were just running really high, and you know better than I do how fiery she can be. I know she was just really upset, but hearing those words, it hit pretty deep, you know. Yeah, I'd like to also point out that jumping is going to make those words hit a lot deeper than you think. I tried telling myself not to take her words to heart because I knew she was just upset. But it was just that line about Sayuri being a better president. I don't know why it got under my skin so much. It was just spite, Monica. People say awful things they don't mean when they're upset. Sayuri and Yuri are talking to her now, and I get the feeling she wants to apologize. I just don't know how to. Well, that's definitely something Natsuki needs to work on, by the way. Thank you for making an effort to find me. It really means a lot. I'm suddenly struck by the situation I'm in. Here I am, alone with one of the most attractive, popular girls in the year, having a heart-to-heart. Probably a situation most other guys in the school would kill to be in. My face heats up a little as I process the heartfelt, rather vulnerable sense we're both in. You're welcome, Monica. Nothing to thank me for. I sheepishly scratched the back of my neck. We should go and find the others, though. Don't want to make them worry or anything. We stand up making our way back to the door. I hope so. Wasn't it getting nice to be told you have a perfect life? You've never experienced any difficulties. And we go back to the club. I see Sayuri and Yuri were able to talk some sense into Natsuki. Last thing we need is another argument. She's silent as we wordlessly make our way back to the classroom. We finally arrive. I squeeze her shoulder as she takes a deep breath and walks in. Hey, they're back! Yuri and Sayuri hover over to us, looking worriedly at Monica. Meanwhile, Natsuki remains standing off to the side by herself, arms folded. Hey guys, I'm alright, really. Take some time outside, help clear my head, and I'm feeling a lot better. Not to mention Nikki was a real help too. Yeah! I'm relieved. It was a frightening prospect to consider losing a club president. If the president leaves, does the club shut down? I don't know how clubs work. And now everyone's calmed down. We can talk things out. Natsuki, why don't you come join us? Fine. She drags her feet as she makes her way over to us. I notice Monica fidgeting with the hem of her skirt. The smile reassuringly at her. Okay, so I'm here. Natsuki's eyes dart to meet Monica's just for a second. So, there's an awkward silence as Natsuki's voice trails away. Sayuri raises her eyebrow at her, causing the smaller girl to return with a glare. I think what Natsuki means to say is, she just said all those things in the heat of the moment. A crime of passion, as it were. Jeez, I could speak for myself. Fucking calm, dude. She says that, but I'm just gonna get out with it. What I wanted to say was that I didn't mean it when I said that you were a bad president. I mean, I guess it's pretty clear that you care a lot about the club. Sayuri nods vigorously as she, at her. Reading, tired. Egging her on. It's just those jerks piss me off so much that I blurted out random things I needed to vent. And I won't lie, it does seem like you always get special treatment because you're so popular, Monica. But then again, I wouldn't know what you have to go through. You're on a totally different level from the rest of us. Ah, Natsuki. Anyways, that's all I guess. I've seen you as a friend, and I hope you'll still be able to see me as one too. There's tension in the air once again as we anxiously wait for Monika's response. Natsuki shifts back and forth on her feet, looking like she almost wants to run away from the scene. Thank you for saying that. I'm not gonna lie either, your comment doubting my presidency hurt. It's definitely not true though. You're a great president, Monika. You brought us all together. Without you, we wouldn't have become friends, and I wouldn't have to introduce to the world of poetry. I agree, it's an amazing feeling to be able to talk to like-minded individuals. As far as presidents go, we could definitely do worse. I don't know if that's a compliment. And so what if you nudged us into the festival? I guess it's only normal for the president of all people to want the club to grow. Aw, thanks guys. I guess that, after all that, I have no choice but to accept Natsuki's apology, eh? It'd be great if you could. Certainly understatement. We all turned to look at Yuri, surprised at the glimpse of a humorous side to her. Did I say something strange? Yuri, you're just memes, dude. I let our breath I've been subconsciously holding. It seems like everything turned out well in the end, or at least as well as they can be in these circumstances. Okay, everyone. With that catchphrase, everything's all right in the world once again. I totally forgot to mention this, but we still need to clean everything up. I'm sure with all of us working together, it won't take much time to do at all. I'm assuming everyone's just going to skip the festival and go home after this. Pretty tired after all the stuff that happened. As am I. Same here. I wish I could leave too, but I have a shift in my class's CAF after this. It's alright, everyone get moving, then so we can all go home. Everyone starts cleaning up the room, myself included. Yuri and Natsuki start packing up the essential oils, set up, and cake trays, respectively. Meanwhile, Sayuri, Monika, and I pick up everything left on the ground and desks. It's like we're erasing all trace of festival ever happened in here. Although, I can't help but think there's still lingering tension in the air, despite Monika's cheery expression. I have a feeling that Monika might be putting the club before herself in this case. The only thing I can do now is hope that everyone will feel better tomorrow. It's pretty nice to get home from school early for a change and be able to relax. Although now that I think about it, I really only have anime and video games to look forward to. I guess that everything that's happened today is going to be plaguing my mind tonight. Ah. God fucking damn it, dude. We're going to go cry ourselves to sleep. We're joining Sayori for once. Or is it next? Whichever one of them. Morning already. Ah, fucking shut up! Alarm clock. Stop. Okay, good. Huh. No sex today. No sex today, Amy, sadly. We got aggressive fight. So, that's pretty good. Let's just hope we get something better than we currently have. Sorry, I'm reading DMs. I think I've fucked up something, but it's fine. I just feel like sinking into the depths of my bed. Is it natural to feel this tired after waking up? What's the time anyway? 10:30 a.m.? Holy crap. Missed the first two classes. Should I even go to school today or just cut my losses and skip? A fierce battle raged in my mind and I lay there. But after a beat, I leap out of bed and begin throwing on my uniform. I didn't want to go to school, but I was only compelled to stick to my everyday routine. It really trained me well. No time to eat breakfast, to be honest. I'm usually too lazy to cook anything anyway. 10:39, I'm making good time. Hang on. It's Saturday. As the realization hits me, all the nervous tension drain out of my body, leaving my slouched, overexhausted. Now that I'm already out of bed, I might as well do something productive today. I'll have to change into my normal clothes first. It says no school to get through today. Although unfortunately, the Literature Club is still feeling the effects of the festival. The main character, yeah, the main character is retarded. You and I, as a newbie, can see that everyone's been treading on eggshells. I really do hope that things can eventually get back to normal, but at this rate I could easily see everyone drifting apart. Monika hasn't spoken to me about anything either. I mean, to talk to her about the festival argument the day after, but I couldn't figure out a way to confront her about it. It's probably just me being too reluctant to bring things up, but I never really found the right time to talk about it. I should get out of the house once and stop thinking about these things. Oh, we've got a front door and everything. Nice change of pace from staying at my computer all day. Gonna get rid of that pasty pale complexion. Ha ha ha. At least the weather isn't too bad. It's a regular sunny day, not too hot, not too cold. It's just me and my bag, and come to think of it, I don't even know where I'm headed to. Maybe I'll just text her and see how she's doing. Although she's probably not awake yet. I haven't hung out with her in a while. It might prove to be a nice surprise for her. Actually, the more I think about it, the more appealing the idea sounds. I imagine the festival fiasco probably upset her given how much she cares about the club and the other girls. Can't hurt to see if she's okay and take her mind off of it. Besides, I can imagine she really hasn't much going on either. Really starting to slow me down. I dig out my phone and shoot her a message. Hey Siri, what's up? No reply. I check the time knowing Siri she's still sleeping. I suppose anything before noon is considered early for her. Yeah, I'm not much better. The only reason I'm up so early on Saturday is because I thought it was a school day. I chuckled to myself. My parents would definitely be surprised if they learned I was up before midday on a Saturday. Dad used to joke around and call me nocturnal like I was a vampire. Wouldn't he have called you an owl? Okay. Thinking about it, given my sleep cycles, he wasn't wrong. Shame I don't have the ability to turn into a bat though. Or super speed. Well, at least the weather's nice. It's early October now, which is the best of both worlds. As in, it's not quite as hot as it is in the summer, and the real bite of winter hasn't kicked in yet. It's fairly warm with fluffy white clouds accompanying blue skies. Perching down on a bench, I aimlessly flick through my phone while I await Siri's reply. Ah! What the fuck? That was so weird. Finally, my phone goes off. So about the day I just woke up. It's only been like a minute and a half. Called it. Don't worry about it. Just wondered if you wanted to go to the park or something. It's a nice day after all. Sure, which one? You'll see. I'll keep it a surprise. Sounds fine. Give me a few minutes to get ready, okay? Let me know when you're dressed and I'll meet you outside your house. Alright. Oh, dude, we got fucking phone texting in this game. Like, we're so fucking advanced. As I sit my phone back into my pocket, I start to aimlessly plan what we're gonna get up to. There's a park near our house. When we were children, it was always like a second home to us. Ah! Yawning! So much time spent exploring. We used to get tons of ice creams at the playground after working the puppy dog eyes on our parents. In fact, I think it was at that very park I first met Siri. Something about ice cream. I'm not even surprised we met and indefinitely bonded over food. Good times. Good times. Another notification. I'm going to coming out. Siri in tow. Ere we make our way over. Already, I'm reminded of the time we spent together last Sunday. I'm hoping today is just as enjoyable. Although last time, she got to learn a little bit more about me. I didn't even get to learn much about her. She's going to tell us that she's like chronically depressed. Anytime we've been apart, I've got no idea how she's been finding school, what her interests are, her plans for the future, all that stuff. So, I know you said it's meant to be a surprise, but can I get a teeny tiny hint? Why do you call me stupid? I'm the main character. Listen, right, Monica is not stupid, right? Let me just tell you. Right, I'm going to bed. You know, Tony. Yeah, you go to bed, my dude. Unless you're saying main character is stupid, the main character is just dumb. Main character is just dumb. He just is. Should I? Please. After all, it is super early. Don't watch. It's 11:30. It's 11:30. Why does Sayori look like me, but with pink hair? I don't know. Maybe don't you look like Sayori then? It's super early. I mean, she's not wrong. I suppose you've got a point. I lean in. Conspiratorially. It's super top secret stuff. Understood, agent. If I gave you the codename Childhood, what would you think? She scrunches her face, fiddling with a strand of her hair in her hands. I came first. You can't prove it. I know. You're gonna get it on the first try. I'll be impressed. You're taking me back to elementary school, are you? Yes, we're gonna go to a school. It's like, no, worth a try. Give you another hint. Do you remember when we first met? It wasn't elementary school, was it? You said that one more fucking time. A birth certificate, you can't prove it. Could be doctored. Could be doctored. You know, you could have photoshopped it. I'm very confused why people have so many roleplay accounts. I don't get it. You're kind of fun to wind up sometimes, you know. Makes a change from you always being a meanie to me. You love it, really. It's the only way I can get back at you for all the tricks you used to play on me, you know. How am I alive? I mean, you could still be alive. Just because We can't prove who came first. Doesn't mean that you wouldn't be alive. I'm so tired. Honestly, Amy should probably get some sleep. That innocent childlike grin is back on her face. Already, I'm glad I decided to text her instead of going back to sleep. What about the time you told my mum that I threw the tennis ball at you so you'd make me give you my candy? Or that time we climbed the tree and got stuck. I told you it'd be too high, but you didn't listen. My dad had to get us down. I grinned. Although the climb was pretty fun, the view was incredible. See? It wasn't all bad. I know, it was all good-natured. We used to get up to so much mischief. We sure did. I hate yawning. 15 hours. I don't want to do that again just yet. Parku Park. Oh, it's Parku Park. There is something in that head of yours. After all then, huh? Hey! No, super smart 4-year-old. Maybe. Again, I can't prove it. Here we are. I love this place. Haven't been here in a long time. Me neither. We take a seat on a wooden bench which affords us a lovely view of the park around us. Children are playing on all sorts of ball games as their parents chat ambiguously. Dogs are running around as their owners laugh and chase them. I smile. Here with Siri, I truly feel like I'm at home. Figured I'd do the both of us good to take a trip down memory lane, eh? Especially after that fiasco at the festival and everything. Yeah, from the change of her tone and expression, the festival still looks like it's bothering her. I can't blame her. All the club members are feeling it. I'm a super smart 2-year-old. See, it is possible. Hope by now things would go back to how they used to be. Yeah, that. I mean, yeah, the festival's a bit of a failure. But the club is still a nice place for the 5 of us, right? Looks head idly poking a twig with her feet. Yeah, it is. I just really wish people weren't so mean. We all practice super hard too. All that for nothing. Hey, come on. It's not like you used to be so depressing. We shouldn't dwell too much on that anyway. What's done is done. Also, Amy, can I just ask? You tagged me in a tweet the other day. I couldn't watch it. Twitter would not let me watch the video that you tagged me in. I tried so hard. I tried to watch it on my computer, like 4 separate times on my phone. I have no idea what it was. Besides, I want today to be a good day. She blinks at a slightly shameful look, crosses her features. You're right, sorry. I have no idea what that video was. Jamie, no idea. And I'm so pissed. I'll try and view it again today. It's 1:15. Hold on. What we gotta do? Here's what we gotta do, right? We just do this. And we go, it's 1:15. I'm all alone and I need you now. Oh, I said I wouldn't call, but I lost all control and I need you now. Oh, I don't know how I can do without you. I just need you now. It does just get more depressing the slower it is. It does just get more depressing the slower it is. And you can't tell me it doesn't. And to you, I mean, I'll check after stream, Amy. I'm sure I can do it after stream. I still love that song. Sense of nudity? No. And I get the best concert ever. Damn, how lucky am I? Listen, right, you could say, it's a amazing concert. Again, I'm here all fucking week, boys. Nice wedding. Sure, Zach. Honestly, I love that song because I remember doing it when I was younger as well, like when the song first came out. Like, the slower you sing it, the more depressing it is, and it actually gives the song more emotion, which is really confusing because normally when you slow a song down, it gets worse. But I think that is one of the few songs you can slow down, it kind of hits harder. Like, it really does just hit harder. I feel like it also depends on who's singing it, but it does just hit harder. Don't apologize. After all, it was me who brought it up, so I can't really talk. So you sing your song, but in daycore, I don't know what daycore is. Is daycore the exact opposite of nightcore? So it's like quiet. Hold on, let's do that. There we go. Let's pull up this DM, shall we? Wait, hold on. Let me move this over here. I don't know what my name's DMs are. Yeah, okay, let's not.
Color blindness affects people who are colorblind.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Amy. Hold on, let's just ramp this up so you can all witness Pappy Jeff.
Color blindness affects people who are colorblind.
Just one more time.
Color blindness affects people who are colorblind.
He's got a point. Color blindness does affect those who are colorblind. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Colorblindness does indeed affect those who are colorblind. The floor is also made out of floor. And would you believe? It's a 1:15. I don't know why. I just love like the whole 1:15 thing. It's great. It's Need You Now is a great song. I brought you here because I know this place means a lot to you. I was worried you might be upset, so I was hoping this could cheer you up. Aw, you didn't have to do that. Well, but most importantly, I need an excuse to get out of the house. She pokes me in the ribs as I laugh. And despite spending time with you on Sunday made me realize that we have a lot to catch up on. She giggles. I guess both of us don't know where to start. It's almost like we've just met and don't know what to say to each other. Next thing you know, Amy, right, he'll say, there's an Overwatch update that is an update, and like that will be clipped, and it will be probably the next revolutionary Pappy Jeff clip. What have I missed? Well, I sang Need You Now, but very, very slowly. The club went to shit. Everyone got hella depression. Monica almost committed Sudoku. We went back into the club. Everyone was depressed. Natsuki apologized after basically giving Monica the fucking karate chop to the fucking gonads. And now we're out on a Saturday midday around time with Sayuri. You're about caught up. I guess I'll start. You know, I've always been curious as to why you joined the literature club. I don't really think poetry was your thing. She leans forward, resting her chin on her knees. What the fuck? How are you sat? Is she like sat with her feet on the chair? Like that's the only way I can think of her sitting that she can do that. What the fuck? You've also missed the sex. There was sex. I don't remember this, but there was sex. Monica and I are actually in the same class. She's the one who told me about it. In a way, I guess I was kind of like you. Yeah, as in, I didn't really think much of poetry. If not, I didn't like it, I just didn't think too much about it. But as I joined and Monica told me more and more about the literature, I called that my parents raised me wrong because I told someone the guy isn't a sadist because he wore a mask. I just got told that my parents raised me wrong because I told someone that a guy isn't a sadist because he wore a mask. Honestly, if I could read, the streams wouldn't have even happened because we wouldn't have had so many good memes of a guy who can't read reading. Want to hear my poetry? I mean, sure. I don't understand, Peter. Someone said your parents raised you wrong because you said a guy in a mask isn't a sadist. I feel like you mean poultry, and that's the type of chicken. I feel like you don't understand what a sadist is, Pizza. A masochist is someone who likes pain. A sadist is someone who gives pain. They don't have to... Like, you can be a sadist and wear a mask. Well, I could put a mask on and stab someone. That's still me being a sadist. I've just got a mask on. Can I also point out, Zach, the poetry was actually written on screen and you still struggled. And about how poetry can be a really nice way to express yourself. I loved it. Anyone can write poetry, that's why I really liked it. Physical pain or mental pain? Both. It's any form of pain. You just need to inflict pain on someone else. And you have to enjoy inflicting pain on someone else. It doesn't matter who you are, what your interests are, or how good you are. There's something for everyone. Interesting. Yuri, Monica, and Sayori all appreciate poetry for different reasons. I get the sense that Yuri likes poetry as it gives her an opportunity to express deep, complex stuff. Monica seems to be on a similar wavelength to Yuri, but I think she prefers abstract stuff more. Then again, I guess Yuri also uses a lot of abstract themes in her poems. Who knows? I'm still an amateur. I'm sorry, the guy said the dude with the mask is worse than Antichrist. I don't know, pizza. I just learned it's my friend's birthday today. I didn't know she had a birthday. You know what, Amy? Yes. I mean, no, Drez. I don't know if it has to be, but it might have to be sexual. No. I don't know. I don't know the exact... You're playing Blue Skies? Yeah, I've been playing Blue Skies for the last, like, 3 weeks. We're just playing it slowly, having fun, chatting about random things. Yeah, I don't exactly know how sadism works. It might work that way, Joe. You could be right. I think you are right. That a bully is technically a sadist. I'm uncertain. Blue is green, red is blue. I killed Johathan. I don't know who that is, so sure. My friend's real name. I'm a good friend. Honestly, Amy. Fair. I got nothing. Notices my chuckle. What's up? Nothing. I was just thinking about how everyone in the club seems to appreciate different things in poetry. What else? What else? So he has a faraway look in her eyes as she asks the next question. We used to think alike in so many ways. I think you might be, Drez. We used to look at clouds. We see a lot of similar things in the sky. So I wonder, do we still do that? I agree. And I totally forgotten how much we used to enjoy cloud watching back in there. I used to love cloud watching, dude. Every time I remember something more from our childhood, it brings a smile to my face. Cloud watching perfectly captured that innocent, carefree essence of nostalgia. Totally forgotten about that. We really let our imaginations run wild, didn't we? And the best thing is, it worked. Clouds are so cool. Oh, Amy, you suck. What about that one? He takes my outstretched finger in her hand and point it at the specific spot. Aha, yeah, I can see that one now. Looks like a fish. Oh, it's so small. Look at that one. Kind of looks like a little frog. You suck. No, you suck. How can you not enjoy cloud watching? It is the most fucking peaceful experience you can have. Besides probably stargazing. Like, those are the two most peaceful experiences in life you can have. How can you say they suck? You know what, Amy? Being pregnant sucks. They're so... What's the word? Cloudy? Listening to the rain is great. Stargazing is way better than cloud. No, it's not. Because stargazing, you make patterns out of the stars in the sky. Right? And cloud gazing, you just make patterns out of the clouds. Like, they're both the exact same. It's just one's daytime, one's nighttime. Amy just doesn't understand how to have fun. Or at least a relaxing time. You really like poke me in the ribs, don't you? I was trying to think of the right word. I think Yuri said it once. Versatile? That means the thing something is... I forgot. It sounds like it fits. The sun is too bright here to gaze at. Drez, I don't think the sun has different brightness levels depending on where you live. The sun is just as bright where you live as it is where I live. Like, the sun doesn't have a brightness setting to go, ah, we're currently over Australia, ramp that to fucking 11. What's 6 times 6? 36. You know, the sun is the exact same level of brightness. Doesn't change. If it did, that would be fucking memes. I think your eyes are just sensitive then, Drez. I'd say that's about right. Pretty cool how different people say things when looking at the exact same one. And what the other girls would see. Fluffy kittens, Vanessa, you or something spooky with Yuri. You really know them well, huh? What do you think Monica would see? Sorry, it's epic because you get to see stars. Yeah, but cloud gazing is epic because you get to just have a nice cool breeze. You get to have, like, you get to see nice little patterns in the sky. If you're with someone, you get to have a nice relaxing time. You know, you can talk about shit and laugh. Like, clouds suck. You suck! You're pregnant. Yeah, get fucked. I said it. A piano? And you can interpret a cloud whatever you want, right? This is true. Pizza's not wrong. Bugs during the day. Yeah, Easter is right. Well, sun right in your eyes. That's only if you stare at the sun. If I look up, right? If I look out my window right now, right? Unless I decide that I'm going to stare square at the sun, I'm not going to have the sun beaming into my eyes. And theoretically, you have the sun in your eyes at night. So, you know, you can't say I'm wrong. The sun is in your eyes both day and night. What if it's midday? Don't look... Even if it's midday, don't look directly at the fucking sun. But you see any stars? You need to go to, like, clearings. Because if you're in, like... It is because the sun... Yeah, exactly. So, in reality, you're saying the sun's the problem, but you see the sun at night as well. So, it can't be the sun. Like, look, this image isn't staring directly at the sun. Got no problem, Thomas. Now, no one's staring directly at the sun here, and no one's complaining. It's just you guys that don't know how to use your eyes and just think you have to look in straight lines. What are you, a fucking pterodactyl? Stuff that reminds me of her. I'm happy that we still cloud gaze the same way. That makes two of us. So kind of worried that maybe we'd, I don't know, drifted too far apart. So much so that we'd be totally different people. But that doesn't seem to be the case. By the way, I've been meaning to ask you, how are you doing in school? Geez, that's kind of a boring question, don't you think? Don't try and worm out of this one, mister. I still worry about you, you know. I just wanted to know if you're doing fine, that's all. There's nothing to worry about, I'm doing just fine. You sound a bit like a mum. I can't know if it's a compliment or an insult. A mystery will take to our graves, eh? Her subsequent pout makes me chuckle. If I got you a popsicle, would that make you less pouty with me? You can change the mood with food, huh? Depends on the flavour. Actually annoyed me, just get her something sweet. Honestly, I relate to that. If I'm ever in a shit mood and someone just offers me something I like, I will probably perk up a bit. I feel like that works with me and Clara. Yeah, that kind of does. Stars are just pussy suns. Stars are just suns that are too far away. Plus, you've got to think, every star you can see is something exploded over like 6 billion light years away. Like, what we see in the sky is something that is dead. Alright, it's in the middle of the night. I just hear the leaves and wind and bugs is more relaxing than gazing up the sky. But you can do that during the day. All the stars are dead. Because it takes their lifespan to make their light travel here. Or something like that. You're dead? Yeah, you right, I am. Problem. Well, the sun, no, the sun is still constantly burning, but if you were in another galaxy over, you wouldn't be able to see our sun. I believe that's how it works. I know it's something like that. Or I know that's how, like, a lot of stars are anyway. It probably isn't all stars. Also, the thing's froze. Why is it froze? Hold on. Yeah, but we don't know if we're seeing anyone's sun is the problem, Issa. But you are right. If we could see someone else's, then they could see ours. Hold on. I'm reading up about stars. There's so much stuff here. I really can't be able to read it. Yeah, I think the only problem is if someone could see our sun, then their galaxy would have to be, or their planet would have to be very, very close. I think that's the problem. They're born and live for a amount of time and they die. Ah! The first statement is actually correct. When you look at the stars, you are seeing them as they once were. So, well, the stars we see in the sky aren't what they currently look like. The only problem is, well, we don't know. Because if we can see them in the sky, it doesn't mean they're dead. Okay, so if anything's 60 light years away, you can't see it. Let's go, you're seeing even the most distant stars in the sky. Okay, so we see... Hold on, how long's a millennia? Thousand. Okay, so the stars that we can see in the sky, right? We see them how they were meant to be from about 10,000 years ago. Yeah. Well, we don't theoretically know how long our galaxy has been alive. So, you know, if there is someone out there, they might currently see our sun as a star. East is also right. Because of how light travels, in theory, you could see the dinosaurs. Okay, I need to stop looking into stars now. I mean, they'd definitely be too small to see, but in theory, if you could somehow zoom in, Amy, you'd be able to see the dinosaurs. Because of how long it takes the light to travel. Like, so what I just read was, from our closest star, it takes 8 minutes for that light to go from that star to us. So, yeah. No, Pete, we wouldn't catch up to it. It would go to another planet. Light is weird. Light is weird. The more I think about it, perhaps I was wrong to worry we'd have changed too much. After I'm pretty much still the same person. I want Dino Light. I mean, we could have Dino Light, it's just we wouldn't get it. Someone else would. 6 or so years isn't that much time, I guess. From 6 million light years ago away, they'd be able to see dinosaurs. Yes, something like that. Someone who's very far away would either see the birth of our planet. They, like, depends on their distance, they could see the birth of our planet. They'd have to be very far away, though. Like, really fucking far. One thing that hasn't changed is how much she loves to explore and how much her imagination accommodates that. Forests weren't just forests, they were parts of a magical land inhabited by an array of mystical creatures. Beaches weren't just sand and sea, they were a tropical paradise, home to countless happy childhood memories. Searching for crabs, aimlessly splashing in the sea, checking out hidden coves. Yeah, depending on, like, their distance, they would see more recent dinosaurs, and by more recent, I, like, more recent in parentheses. I don't know. I don't know the distance that you'd have to be. Because light travels at something like 300 kilometers per second. So... you'd have to be at least 65 something away. It might be 65 light years, because I'm guessing it's... well, actually, I don't know. It'd have to be the distance relative to the age of the Earth via seconds. Hold on, is there a timer I can find online with how old is the Earth in seconds? Okay, hold on. 1.433 times 10. Right, hold on. So the Earth is 1.433 times 10 to the power of 17 seconds old. Right? So, they would need to be that distance times 300,000 kilometers away to be able to see the dawn of the Earth. That's a big number. Did you know if you sellotape a stick to a chicken's ass, it walks like a T-Rex? I feel like bringing back certain creatures from, like, the prehistoric period would be cool. Like, mammoths would be cool. And dodos would be sick. Like, there are certain things that I feel like might actually benefit humanity. Only ones possible. I mean, other mammals that are closely related to, like, sheep and elephants would probably also work. Like... The only problem is, Peter, you probably wouldn't be allowed to keep a dodo as a pet for a good, like, couple hundreds of years. Because they'd be considered endangered to start with. Even if they could mass clone them on a, like, insane level, they'd still be considered endangered for a couple years. Chickasaurus would have to be recreated, not cloned. I feel like dinosaurs are just that cool thing that... The only problem is, if we could bring them back, would we want them human-sized? Like, would we want them genuine-sized, or would we create tiny dinos? Because if we make them tiny, how will it affect their actual, like, bodily functions? Because it could seriously harm their entire, like, species. Like, will we get a new breed of, like, quote-unquote dogs or, like, pets that we could have? Yeah, exactly. So dinosaurs would currently be a lot smaller anyway. Yeah, and T-Rexes weren't that big. No, it's not, though, Drez. That's not what makes them dinosaurs. It's the period of time they're from. As you know, to make them into dinosaurs since we don't have their DNA. Size of like a dog. Yeah, raptors were only like... I think some of the largest raptors, like, that they found bones. Not... I mean, yeah, but it's not the thing that make, like, their size isn't what makes dinosaurs dinosaurs. Because otherwise, things like raptors that you believe to be huge, you'd find out their actual size and you'd think, wow, that's not a dinosaur. But it is. It is their age that, like, defines them. Because raptors aren't that big. And plus, easy, like, just because we don't have any of the DNA now doesn't mean there isn't some somewhere else. Because, again, you've got to think, a lot of the world hasn't been explored yet. Like, there is a chance. I'm not saying it's a great chance. But, you know, there's a chance that, like, some dinosaurs got crystallized and are somewhere down in the ocean. Because, like, I think it's like 97% of our oceans are still unexplored. Like, hold on, let me have a look, actually. What percentage of the ocean is unexplored? So 8% of our ocean has been explored. Oh no, 80% of our ocean has been unexplored. So let's just give them, like, we've explored 20% of the oceans. Right? Even if we've explored, like, 20% of our oceans, that's 80% of the ocean that is still unmarked. DNA can't survive that long. Issa, you don't know, though. Like, from current, like, findings that we've done, DNA can't. But there's nothing that says it couldn't have. Because, just through... Again, this is the problem with science. I love science, right? The only problem with science is sometimes literal thinking is wrong. Have you watched out? No, I haven't. But sometimes literal thinking is wrong. Because literal thinking can lead to a lot of misconceptions. Because, in theory, by those standards, DNA can't survive more than a couple thousand years. So how do we have mammoth DNA? By your standards, mammoth DNA shouldn't have been found. Literal thinking sometimes is wrong. Like, you gotta think, like, that. I know it sounds dumb. They existed in Russia a few thousand years ago. But a few thousand, right? We don't know how long ago they were dead, though. Like, again, like, literal thinking can ruin a lot of things. Because people start disbelieving things that can't be proven or disproven yet. Saying something is impossible just means it hasn't been found yet. That's the way I look at it. Because people said flying was impossible. So my man built a plane. Like, until someone can prove to me there is no physical way of it happening. Because it was frozen. See, again, we don't know what else is frozen. And salt is an amazing preservative, right? So, depending on what things are trapped in and where they are trapped, we could have, like, something that we've never discovered before, or a combination of something we've never discovered before, keeping something perfectly preserved under the earth that we don't know about. And you can't say that's impossible to think of, because it could be possible if it's something undiscovered. Like, I like literal thinking. I love literal thinking. It's the way I get through a lot of things. Just because it's frozen or salted doesn't mean it can live for over 1 million years, let alone 65. Again, but not all dinosaurs are from 65 million years ago. And also, I stand by the fact of, we don't know what else is under the earth. We don't know exactly what the earth looked like when dinosaurs were alive. There could have been some form of chemical reaction that we aren't able to recreate currently that can perfectly preserve something. And you can't tell me that I'm wrong. Because again, we didn't walk the earth then. We don't know what has occurred in the time between them being alive and our current existence. There could be something deep under the ocean somewhere that's perfectly preserved. And I can't prove it wrong. A dinosaur died 66 million years ago. Is that right? Okay, the last living dinosaur was the Rex. Right? It was living in Africa. That's the current one that... That's the earliest dinosaur that has been discovered. That doesn't mean it's the last one that was alive. So by all laws of discovery, that doesn't mean that was the last one. It just means it's the last one we have found. Mammoths aren't considered dinosaurs. But again, we don't know everything that was wiped out. And we don't know how things were wiped out perfectly. Like, we know that the world was frozen at one point. Right? What defines a dinosaur? I know it's got some really niche definition. But still, we know that everything was frozen. But what happened between the period of freezing and thawing? Because the world would have had to have thawed for us to not currently live in an ice wasteland. Like, the world definitely changed while things were frozen. And I don't think everything froze and the next day the world changed. So, in theory, there could still be something preserved somewhere that we just aren't certain of yet. No. They are fish. Like, Ark is really determined by telling you what is and isn't a dinosaur, I'll be honest. You should not trust Ark's definition of dinosaur. How do you know how to have fur? Well, they found one, Drez. Ark? Yeah, the game Ark. They label almost everything as a dinosaur. They even labeled the monkeys as dinosaurs. Ark, since we were on about labeling things as dinosaurs. Because, you know, I feel like that was where he was getting his idea of what was and what wasn't a dinosaur. In theory, hasn't the conscious in a robot already been done? Or at least brain power in a robot been done? So, yeah, I know, I was just more like recollecting it for pizza. But I still stand by my point of, I still stand by the point of, until we scan this entire planet and someone can prove to me there is no definitive, perfectly preserved creature from the prehistoric period, no one can tell me that my hypothesis is wrong. I will always stand by my hypothesis. It's like a 1-to-5 ratio on Ark. I mean, there are a lot of omnivores. I know there are a lot of omnivores. Anyway, we need to get back to the game. We need to stop dinosaur hunting. Siri could even transfer our home into something they want. You just jump from sofa to chair, pretending that the floor was lava. The game never got old. I'm sure every kid on the planet has played it too. You know something, Siri? Huh? She's slightly ahead of me, ducking under a tree branch. We're now in the forest part of the park. Sudden realization as to why your poems are so good. They're not that good. No, seriously. Your imagination would have been super strong. Your saber-tooth tiger, maybe? Again, I don't know how a saber-tooth tiger would work, because it is theoretically a mammal. I don't know how breeding or rebreeding that would work. But I guess in theory you could? I just don't think there'd be any need for it. House cat. I don't think you can get that. We go ghost hunting and have a nice chat with the dead. See, I don't like the idea of ghosts. They throw so many, like, precautionary measures to scientific knowledge that I want to believe they're real. You know, I want to give people the faith that, like, you know, there are still spirits out there that enjoy, like, watching over people and everything, but there's just so many spanners in that scientific research that I'm uncertain of. All those games we used to play as children, they were always part of your own little world. And it shows in your poems. I'm glad you picked up on it. Writing poems is half the fun and the other half is showing them to people. Especially when they like what you've written. What's your thought process whilst you write poems? Like, how do you write them? I just go with my heart. It's kind of tricky to explain. I think it depends on my mood. Like, when I wrote Dear Sunshine, I was in a pretty good mood. More like you were just hungry, given you wrote it while you were eating breakfast. I was in a good mood because I was eating breakfast. So with bottles, I guess I was thinking about how much I want people to be happy. I challenged the ghost. So much. He's not dead, is he? I don't think he's dead. To answer your question, it just depends on my mood. Then what I have to be thinking about. Wonder how the others do it. Me too, actually. Would be kind of interesting to see how all approach poetry. Oh, I think I'd be able to understand how someone like Yuri does it. You're not dead yet. I mean, fair, but you can't offer a challenge to someone who's not a ghost. My poems go over my head. Good to know I'm not the only one. What about your fairy tale poem? What was the thought process behind that one? Oh, that one. You shifted atmosphere. It wasn't really one. I just felt like writing it, I guess. Yeah, write your poems based on what you were thinking or feeling at the time, right? Creatures challenges ghost right now. I don't think you can. How do you write yours? I should know she'd still be very cagey about that one. Back to her behavior on that Friday. I guess it's to be expected. Just what is about that poem and her behavior that bothers me so much? Because it shows a side of Syria that's totally new to me, one that I'm not used to, or because I know there's still something she isn't telling me. Sorry, spaced. I send it to you, I suppose. I just pick a bunch of words that best describe what I'm thinking about and then write a poem based on those. I'm not really experienced enough to give you a proper answer. I kind of make it up on the spot. See, different dimensions are also some next level science that I don't want to get into, because there's a lot of repercussions behind that and a lot of different methods and formalities behind dimension hopping and shit that I don't think we need to get into. It works so far, so I'm not complaining. So he pauses, looking around at the corpse. The cops surrounding us. He walks up to a large tree and plants herself down in front of it. I follow suit, resting my back against the sturdy trunk, admiring the soft ray as they penetrate the branches. What you said reminds me of something Monica once told me. Just fake it until people believe you do. She turns to face me, a thoughtful expression on her face. I just wonder if she really is confident or all just a show. I get the feeling that sometimes you can never tell with people. Remarkably insightful for Sayuri. A more reflective mood seems to have fallen upon her. I'll find myself from a different dimension. See, the only problem is, Pizza, right? The whole dimension thing doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make any sense. And there's lots of reasons it doesn't make sense. But it just doesn't make any sense. Just trust me on this one. There are way too many ways you could look at dimension possibilities. And even if one of them is possible, you probably wouldn't like what you found. Like, it's just a big old mess. No idea, to be honest. She seems pretty genuine. I mean, she was like this when I first met her as well, so that would be an awful long time to wear that mask. I wouldn't have expected that sort of question from you, though. Why'd you ask? She smiles mischievously. Sometimes it's nice to surprise people. What do you mean? Well, let me ask you. If you had to describe in a few words, which words would you choose? Bubbly and light-hearted. And adventurous. Pretty good. See, I've never seen it. Right? I still stand by the fact of time travel could theoretically be possible. Right? Same with teleportation. All of them are in theories. It's just very difficult to put into actual, like, procedure because of how any of it would work. I've always seen you as quite kind, you know, given how you're always concerned with how happy other people are. I guess your most definitive trait is your happiness. Like, you always seem so cheerful, at ease with the world. I kind of wish I could be like that sometimes. And what I've sort of picked up on, just like everyone else, you seem to feel down from time to time. If you died, I didn't die. What do you mean I died? World lines. I don't know what that means. I really don't know what that means. She looks on her head, a faraway look on her face. Actually, a ghost strum. I don't understand. Peter, I'm confused. You know what, Shorty? I'm not exactly sad, but there's a certain air of, what, wonder, nostalgia? That's what I mean. Everyone picks up on these things you mentioned, but they'd find me asking this question a bit unlike me, if you get what I'm saying. Ah, okay. How I act in the literature club. Aside from with my poetry, I've never really talked about deeper things, or things that just aren't aimlessly happy. I guess I just don't want to bother people with that sort of stuff. Bother them? Why would it bother them? Well, maybe that isn't the right word. I've really been that, I've never really been that good at expressing myself in person. One day I'll punch a rift into time and smack a dinosaur. I don't think that's possible. I think the only problem, like, teleportation, I can see being a lot more possible than time travel. Because teleportation is just deconstruction and reconstruction at a separate point. The only problem is the reconstruction aspect, and there's a lot of ethical issues behind it. Time travel has the theory of we can only travel as fast as light, because the faster we travel, the more light we lose. Therefore, we won't be able to see things if we go faster than it. But if we went the opposite way around the Earth, faster than light, we would eventually, in theory, make it back to the dinosaurs, because we would be traveling faster than the light could have traveled to meet our eyes in the reverse direction. But would that really put us back in time? Or would that just put us in the same location, just blind? Your teleportation? Are you a different person? See, that's the ethical issue, is if you have to deconstruct and reconstruct yourself at a separate point, do you then, in theory, become different? Like, are you no longer the you that stepped in? And is that a new human? And have you just murdered someone or removed someone from existence to have someone new enter existence? Because it's like, sure, right, let's say we want to deconstruct the human body and reconstruct it at the other end. So traveling back in time, the stuff we see is just hologram. Yeah. Mainly for the fact of, again, no one can prove how time travel would, in theory, work. So different from 7 years ago. Yeah. It is just, but the only problem is that's lesser, so I could turn into the rock. No, you would turn into yourself at the other end, but you wouldn't be the same you that stepped into the machine that you did at the beginning. Because in theory, you have deconstructed an entire human being down to theoretical parts and rebuilt it. Which, first of all, ethical implications, just bad. And second of all, the you that did exist doesn't anymore. The only way that wouldn't bring ethical implications in is if somehow the human body could get to a speed at the point we're not faster than light, but we can vibrate at an extreme enough speed that in theory our atoms could pass through an object by just heating them up, sliding through and condensing them back. That's the only unethical way to do it, but then again the sentence lies of that would be extremely taxing on a human body to go at such speeds that it would almost be theoretically impossible, because the speeds needed for that would be more immense than the human body can handle. We'll figure out a way to completely transfer you to a different place. See, I think then the problem is, how do we do that? Like, it's currently the only way of transfer that we can perform almost indefinitely is by moving. You mean a car? No, we would need to go faster. We would need to have forward momentum as well as sideways momentum. But it'd have to be shifting sideways momentum. So you'd have to have, like, let's say you want to travel 100 miles an hour forward. You'd also have to travel 100 miles an hour left and right at juxtaring speeds. People who are long after we're dead figure out. Yeah, I know, but it's just nice to think about, you know? Just spitball ideas. Like, we would have to travel at juxtaring speeds. So, like, you'd have to define it down to, like, fractions of a second of when you have to go 100 miles per hour to your left and then to your right. And whilst maintaining that forward momentum. Now, it's insane to think about, like, the speeds you would have to hit to be able to travel through something. Well, I don't know, it's, like, maybe it's just me. I love thinking on spitballing these kinds of ideas, because it's just cool to think about. Anyway, back to the game. I've never really been that good at expressing myself in person. It's much easier to do so in a poem. Thanks for writing, no problem, Issa. I'm glad I could do it for you. And I'm sorry it took so long to give you a role, but I'm glad you're happy with it. I've never really been good at it either. A lot of the time I like to think about the past and how things used to be. I told Natsuki about this. She giggles softly. And Natsuki thinks I live in the past. But I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Do you? Yeah, there is. There's a lot of stuff wrong with living in the past. If you're happy, what's the issue? No. Oh, Issa deserved a custom role from, like, 4 event streams back, but never actually claimed it. So, she finally had a name for her role, so she got it. It's very natural that you'd want to think about the good old times that brought a smile to your face, right? I might have to end stream off soon. I'm getting tired. When we first started talking, I used to look back at all of our shared memories with all those years ago. From when we first met and bonded over ice cream, to me winning Mr. Cow for you, to helping you with homework. I remember our parents used to say that we were pretty much inseparable. Everyone has their happy thoughts, which keeps them going, right? Stored away in bottles. Of course. She sighs contently. Sorry, I didn't mean to bore you or anything. Bore me? Really, Sarah, you're sounding a bit like Yuri. I haven't seen this side of you before. I really like it. As much as I enjoy your playful banner, this made for a really nice change of pace. Besides, I always like talking to you. Thank you. I worry about you, but Sayuri, people are always going to enjoy being your friend, even if you're not super chipper all the time. 6 shiny Wooloo. Yeah, again, like, you didn't really earn them, though, did you, if you're using a shiny hunting mechanic? Like, I can't be like, wow, you did it. Like, you didn't. Like, if you've not done anything and you've got them, like, it's not that big of a feat. I'll be honest, like, it's just how I see it. Like, you've not put any time in, and you've just got rewards. It's not... I've not gotten a single one, but I'm okay with that. I found 2 naturally. So you still got 6 by using a thing, and... Even then, saying naturally, like, what do you mean by naturally? Because naturally could have been, you use the shiny hunter thing to kill, like, 500 Wooloos, and then you just encountered some. Which, again, I can't really be proud of because you didn't kill them. And then if you just, like, sped through some eggs, not using a robot to do it, but, like... Again, like, I can't be proud of it. Because it's like, sure, you got some that you did get yourself, but then you just outshine it with this robot thing that's just doing all this work for you, and it's like, what was the point of even getting the normal ones yourself then? Like, it doesn't seem like a good payoff. You don't get the, I did this myself, you get the, a robot did this for me. I still stand by the fact that shiny hunting and having something doing it for you is nowhere near as fun. And you don't get a payoff from it. Issa, there's no chaining in this game, so if you've killed 500 Wooloos in the wild, you have the best odds no matter what. So if you'd killed 500 the first time and then gone back later, they're still the exact same odds. Like, the odds are increased and they don't revert. A full of shiny Butterfree while hunting Corsola. I got a full of shiny Klinklang. And something else. And I got a Caterpie whilst playing Ultra Sun once. That was cool. Seriously, just be yourself. Don't hide anything. I'll be here. Don't worry. I reach over and squeeze her hand, smiling reassuringly. And kill any wolves. Okay, fair. As he fidgets, looking rather uneasy about something. What's wrong? There is something I could tell you. I don't know if it's a good idea, though. Heart starts to race as a million questions start whizzing around my head. Ah, shit. If Fairy Tale, her behavior on Friday, some other secret that's coming right out of the blue, perhaps something else entirely. Siri? The truth is, if disappointment ever had a sound, it would sound like a ringing phone. From my pocket, glaringly offending object. As if I know it's responsible for ruining such a moment. It's my mother. I haven't spoken to her in a long time. In fact, the last time we spoke was before I joined the literature club. Seriously, I'm going to have to take this. Strange smile is on her face. She shakes her head. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, God, that's our mother. What the fuck? Can I end call? Spoken to you a while. Hope you've been good. Sorry it's been so long. Our work has been so hectic over the past few weeks. I was thinking you'd forgotten about me. Don't be silly. I always worry about you. I know. It was a joke. And you and your sarcasm, you must have gotten that from your father. How have you been anyway? Are you eating well? Exercising? Daily? Drinking lots of water? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slow down a second. I've been doing just fine. I actually joined a club. That's wonderful. What kind of club is it? Literature, funnily enough. Poems and stuff. Siri told me about it. And she's the vice president. Top of her head. Wait, why is the mum's eye on top of her hair? It's not. So what it is, it's how you depict, like, to show someone's full eye. So what it is, that's slightly, like, grayed out so you know the full eye is there. But her hair is just over it. So what it's meant to be is her hair is not as thick there, so you can see through it, roughly. Hope you stick with it. Yeah, I don't think the girls would forgive me if I left. Girls, you say? Uh-oh. Anyway, now's not really a great time. I'm just chilling with Siri. You know, the park we used to always go to. You'll see, how's she doing? Having a catch-up session, actually. She's not changed too much. We'll be back later. Kind of cutting her off right now. Of course, of course. Have the evening off so we can talk then, okay? Sure thing. There we go. You are remembering to eat, right? I roll my eyes before realizing she can't see that. Yes, of course, I remember to eat. What am I, going on a fast or something? Or do you think I'm fine? I can see Siri giggling out of the corner of my eye. If I were you, I'd be more considerate about Sayori. Lazy girl can't even get out of bed. I see her laugh turn into childish frown. Stop teasing her. You're so mean to her sometimes. Geez, you sound like her. Anyways, gotta go. Talk to you later, okay? Bye. Love you too. Bye. I take the phone away and turn back to Siri. Sorry about that. I had no idea she'd call. It's okay. You hadn't spoken to her in a while, so it was nice to hear you two again. Ace, what were you saying? You want to tell me something? Isn't sitting down by the tree anymore. She's standing up. Looks ready to go. Don't worry about that. It was nothing important. What's up with her neck? What, Sayori's neck or the mother's neck? If mother's neck, I don't know. I didn't pay attention. You seem kind of serious. It's okay. I'm kind of hungry anyway. Can we stop by a cafe on the way home? You should just had a popsicle. Well, you know what they say. And what would that be? The fridge is a clear example of what matters on the inside. What does that even have to do with anything? It's about food. You know what? Let's just go and get whatever you want. We're here for a while if I try to understand what's going through Sayori's head. One tasty lunch meal later, Sayori's appetite is finally sated. Afternoon at this point. Hey Sayori, not that I didn't enjoy today, but I think I'm going to have to call it there. There's a mountain of homework I haven't even started that's due on Monday, and I don't think Sakurai is going to be happy with me if I'm late. He still has traces of chocolate all over it. Hasty attempts to wipe it off. That's okay. I probably should do the same. Reach my house. I'll see you on Monday then. Have a good one. She waves cheerily. Why are running gacha videos a thing? I don't know. Thanks again for today. No worries. Sorry I ruined it with the phone call. You didn't. It's okay. I wish I could spend the rest of the day with her, but unfortunately my procrastination has caught up with me. What a fun evening this will be. Da, 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 da. We've only just hit Act 2. What? No. 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 It's been like 8 hours worth of gameplay. As the sound of my alarm makes an unwelcoming presence in my bedroom, I can't help but wonder. Do I even need an education? I can tell you to become a video game streamer. Oh, yes, dude. Yes. I've been fucking flamed. Dark chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate. I see up and stretch. I hope you don't run into any of those pricks who ruined our festival. Not to mention, I hope they aren't giving any of the club members any flack, especially Sayuri. At least Sakurai's cool. 20 Sayuri's already there by the time I arrive. Good morning! You're a mockingly suspicious look. You know, for someone who sleeps in a lot, you sure are chipper in the mornings. Dark clock. Okay, no, I've read that. Hey, I'm not allowed to be happy. From whether YouTube that it constantly suggests videos you've already watched, no matter how many times I say I'm not interested and it will come back. Yeah, I get that. I get a lot of videos that I've seen before in the past, and they're just like, hey, do you want to watch it again? I'm like, no. I just like dark chocolate. Dark chocolate's great. Super exciting and totally not boring day at school. I personally don't like milk chocolate. I also can't really have a lot of milk chocolate because I can't have a lot of milk. So I have to go with dark chocolate. It's a good thing I love dark chocolate anyway, but I can't have milk chocolate. Of course you are, so you ready for another super... Yeah, we read that. Ready as I'll ever be. How about you? No. Could be worse, I guess. I enjoy history a lot, actually. Sakurai is a good teacher. Pizza, let's not bully people's opinions, okay? You know, milk chocolate is good. Don't shit on her opinion, because she would probably snap your shins if she wanted to. I could put a bet that most of the girls that actually are in this chat could probably beat the shit out of you, Pizza. I'll be honest. Mainly for the fact that I know that most of them could probably beat the shit out of me. We're pretty lucky we have him, aren't we? Definitely. I didn't think anyone could top Makoto last year. But Sakurai has somehow managed to pull it off. Knows that history is a decent subject. I always preferred those kinds of subjects myself too. What do you mean? How old is Pizza? Pizza's like 15. Just for your information, I lift. Pizza, lifting up a drink from the desk to your mouth doesn't count as lifting. It doesn't count. Japanese history. Anything that isn't math or physics. Still not much of a science kind of guy, eh? Nope. I didn't think so. You were always better than me when it came to the more creative subjects, so looking back when we helped each other out with our homework, I guess we covered each other's weaknesses, huh? Well, I got straws. So you don't lift is what you've just said. You don't lift. You just ratted on yourself saying that you don't lift. And we used to doing each other's work too. You even had in that science homework once, then you realised I'd drawn a bunch of animals all over it. So he laughs as the school looms in sight. Her giggle coupled with a sudden remembrance of silly memories cause a warm feeling of wash over me. I lift. No, clearly you don't, because you just use straws, pleb. Ironically, my job requires lifting though, so I will probably gain some form of muscle physique, and it will be kind of cool. Or like I'm like almost legal, yeah, but being almost and actually are two very different forms. But I'm gonna have to end stream off here today, boys, because I am one of my friends that lives in the same house as me, because he has to really go. Hey, that's fine. So I'm sure you know you'll get along fine, and that's great. But yeah, I'm gonna save the game here. Are you sure you want to overwrite the save? Yes. Oh wait, we changed color. Wait, is the main menu changed? No. Oh, we changed color though. Why do I feel like that's changed? I feel like that wasn't blue. Maybe it was. I don't know. Yeah. That being said, people, I hope people have enjoyed today's stream. I know I have. You know, I've had a lot of fun today. I hope other people have. You know, I appreciate people sticking around, sticking around with me and vibing as we read through a lot of shit and just having a laugh and talking about stuff. And I'll catch everyone tomorrow for some Persona. I can't wait for some Persona. I'm probably going to start it a little earlier and hopefully stream it for a bit longer if I can. If I can. Yeah, that being said, I'll catch everyone tomorrow. Anyway, people, peace.